All right, give me 1 minute here. This is something that's I need to get off my chest quickly, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Just give me 1 second. Obviously, a lot's going on, and people are changing, and there's change going on. And so I do think, all kidding aside, that we need to have a conversation about that, about changing this show, changing what it is. There has to be, I think, some change. And honestly, I'm not even, like, I'm gonna get killed for this on social media. I can handle it. It's fine. I've dealt with it forever. Use even the name. So, like, I asked people this weekend to sort of describe the show in a couple of words. So these are the 5 words that came up the most. So I don't know. I'll lay them out, and then you guys say what you want. Just give me 1 minute. First word was honest, which I think is true. I hope is true. I'm trying. We're trying our best here. The second is open, which is true. I think we have open discussion. Some people said negative. All right, fine. I liked the other 2 people said kinship, which I do think we have with our audience. And then you, meaning that we mean for you. So I thought of those 5 words: honesty, open, negative, kinship, you. And I think that's what we should name the show. Pick the first letter of those 5 words. And probably call it the Honky Show, I think, from now on, if that's okay with you guys.
I like it.
Is that good?
Bringing it into
Does
a
that
new,
work? Is that okay? Yeah,
it's
okay,
letting
good.
the audience know
Good.
what we're
All right,
about.
good. Yes.
I will update the RSS feed right now.
Thank you. Good, because I think that's important. So I think from now on, this is the Honky Show. Everybody on board?
I like it. I like it a lot.
TheHonkyShow.com. Is that taken, Steve? Oh, look, Steve's. There's already Steve's face.
As a matter of fact,
Actually, I already own that domain. It's the
in
weirdest thing.
2004.
Very strange. It's very strange. I mean, 2 weeks ago, it was last show we did was what we've covered. That's the thing, is we've kind of been semi-active, so we've kind of covered almost everything. Although I guess a lot has changed since we did our last one.
And there's supposedly a new video coming out this morning.
With Dave?
Buckle up.
Yes, the Resist account that has really been going after him.
I mean, but they. So I've spoken to Dave a few times, Kevin a few times, Dan. I think they know. I mean, this is what happens when you get into, as opposed to just saying, we'll get to it. Okay, so there's a new video. Fine. So do you think it'll be while we're on the air?
Probably.
Okay.
They tweeted out 9 hours ago that they were going to release a new one in the morning. So
Great.
We'll see.
Okay, so great. So we'll react to that. So it's a weird situation in that, I don't want to be this guy. I actually understand to some extent where almost everybody's coming from. I don't like the asshole guy who quit, who fucking did the Twitch. He's fucking, the grandstanders I have no patience for. The people who are legitimately upset, fine. I don't understand their experience. My inclination is to tell the people at Barstool who are offended by this. My natural inclination is to tell them that it's a comedy site. Sometimes they swing and miss. If you didn't know what you were signing up for, that's kind of on you, and fuck off. That's my first instinct, but I'm not sure that's necessarily the fairest overall instinct. But it's sort of like, I don't know.
I think it's fair in this sense. Everyone knows there's no one that applies to this company that hasn't heard the skinny jeans comment or the how it's a thing or little things like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
There has to be.
I don't know. But to me, that's on them if they haven't. Because
that's my point.
If you're going to work at the place, there is now something available where you can look something up on the internet and you will find it. Like if you do a Kirk Minihane bitch search, you're going to find what you're looking for.
Well, that's just what I was going to say. It'd be like me getting 6 months into working from you, finding the Aaron Andrews video and just being like, I hereby disassociate myself with all things Kirk
Minihane. That's my point, is that you can know some comments, but then when it offends you.
Yeah, I think that that would be if you were a female producer, though. Like, if we're being fair.
Okay, yeah, but even then, so still.
Okay, but here's the thing, and this is the sort of, is we're not black. So I don't know. I don't really know.
Well, there's only so much. We have a limited view of what's going on.
Sure. So, so Dave, in case you only listen to the show and you don't care about Barstool, which I guess is possible. Dave, they unearthed some old video of Dave. Did we talk about this on the other shows?
Yeah.
Because I've been off. I've spent 3 days intensely working with somebody out in Western Mass who's cured my lisp. It's gone. Which is incredible. Well, yeah. Some people make a mind over matter when they have a disability.
We will be doing advertising for these speech pathologists.
Yeah, I was on Western Mass too, working on it.
Yeah, some of us can conquer these things. Some of us can't. No big deal. No sweat. But it's fine. It's damn it. Well, but
were you doing that? I did not notice it at all.
It was your phone.
Yeah, it was the phone. Okay. It was the it wasn't me. I don't think it was me doing it. It was the connection with the phone. I think. I don't know. So yeah, Dave, whatever. 5 years ago or 6 years ago, the Kaepernick thing, and then is the N-word situation only the singing, or did he say something else?
He said it also in the similar context where he's quoting like
EDP. Right. Yeah, right.
He related a story where someone around him was using the N-word. I think there are 2 different videos of that.
Right. So obviously that blew up like crazy. I mean, like crazy. And Jemele Hill did her thing, so I did my thing after her, and that led to a whole nother thing. And Dave's, I think, initial point was, as he said to Willie on the phone, as Willie said in their podcast, fuck the people who are doing this to me. And that to me, and again, it's not my experience, but if you work at a place, I got to say, I'd be more concerned about that than I'd be concerned about Dave saying that 5 years ago. And then look, it's easy for me to say, I totally understand that. But that to me would be a bigger issue, that people are going after my company. Because once they start, they aren't. You said the thing today. I believe it. I've talked to Kevin, and then I said, this is not stopping.
Oh, it's blood in the water.
They smell a kill now, and they are not going to stop. And Dave now, and my issue with Dave on this is that he's been fucking flip-flop Portnoy on this.
Yeah, the second video is worse than the first because now they smell blood. Now they can go after him.
But not only that, but then, so he first says fuck you in the first video.
Yeah.
The second video, he kind of apologizes.
Not really.
Kind of, but sort of says things need to change, and we need to treat employees with respect, which I found interesting. Do we have that? I don't know if we have that specific cut, but good for Mike now.
I know.
Well, it's funny. You said you've been talking to Dave a couple times. Me and Steve have as well. He's listening a lot.
Has he been good?
We call him a lot.
He just calls you now, right?
Yeah, he's listening.
Well, it's funny, and again, I understand the experience is different, and it's just a different time in history. But and I'll be honest, I don't care. Maybe Mike does, but he has called Mike a blind, stupid fuck and thrown shit in his face.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think, here's, I personally don't think, Mike may disagree, I don't think Mike can play the poor me card. Though.
No.
That's part of the, knew the deal going in.
Yes, I said this on Twitter, but there's shit that has been said that hurts my feelings.
Right.
But it's also, Dave gave me an unbelievable opportunity.
Oh, come on.
It continues to.
He hasn't, that was 3 months ago. Come on, that's ancient history. It was 3 months ago.
Yeah, right. As much as he says shit that annoys me, I'm still not fired. I'm still here. I still have a good opportunity because of him. So I can compartmentalize where, there's some stuff that annoys me, maybe.
So Barstool blows up over these couple of days, and it sounds like there was a bit of a mutiny afoot. It sounds like. I don't know all the specifics.
It's still underway, maybe.
Could be. So, you have a couple of people, I guess what's his name?
Mooj Frick
quits, although he wasn't really an employee, I guess. He did Twitch videos, and so, and that's, I think, more than, I think 2 things triggered Dave's weekend ranting and raving, where he was basically going from, saying I'm going to listen to people to telling Brandon, if you don't like
shut the fuck up
out of here.
on the 4th of July.
2 things I think led to it was, number 1, this idiot doing this. And then number 2, and I've been in this situation, we have to eat a little bit of shit, and people on social media, whenever you tweet something, are like, you're a fucking pussy. You took a knee. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That, I bet you drove him crazy. So he finally, saw this guy, smelled it, and said, fuck off. And I do think, I watched that. Did you guys listen to that whole video podcast?
Yes, the 2 bigs.
Yeah, so that's
what was the title of it again?
I forget.
Well, I'll say it in full. Now it's going to get extremely racist, I believe.
Now it's
real.
Going
real
to
racist.
Get
extremely real.
Oh, sorry.
Extremely. Well, wait a minute.
Now it's gonna.
It's
gonna get.
Yeah, there has to be 2 G's, Mike.
Now it's going to get. That's what I said.
Steve knows, believe me. Let's spell check for him. Ding, ding, right away. So this is where I think Dave is not racist. Is he will say if he doesn't think somebody who's black isn't funny or isn't good. There are some people on that podcast. I actually thought Willie was pretty good on it. Truthfully,
he was interested.
And I thought some of the people sucked. But I mean, does that? Now can we say that?
My problem is the Kaepernick thing. I'm willing to have a different discussion with the Ja Rule N-word stuff. No one thinks he's being racist in that clip.
No, this 2 bigs podcast buries him on the Ja Rule thing.
But they're way more. That's the thing.
That's my problem.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to somebody the other day. I was like, boy, you know, and I don't want them to get in trouble in either one. I'm like, man, they're getting a total pass on the Kaepernick thing.
Well, yeah,
way,
Kaepernick thing's
way
crazier. Way worse.
Well, yeah, which I'll defend all day. It's fucking Barstool. But I mean,
but there wasn't an Arab on the podcast, on the Two Bigs
There should have
podcast.
been some
If there was an Arab there saying, "Hey, this is how it makes me feel when KFC says terrorist skin,"
well, yeah,
then they might have been making a bigger
Sean
deal.
Latham brought that up. He goes, "I think the terrorist skin thing is worse than anything in that clip."
Yeah, I guess, and I like Sean, and you know, there are people on there I don't know. There are people on there I kind of know. I mean, some of them I think like what's her face just useless. I mean, she just fucking has nothing. Yeah. She's a fucking just death to any conversation. You could tell. I was like, why is she even here? I mean, I understand representation wise, but all I cared was if you're good or not. I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, purple, green. I don't care. Unless you're blind, and I'm stuck with you.
Thank you.
But it's like I don't I don't understand. So they have the discussion, and so the conversation seems to be, and we'll get to PWK in a second. But I don't. That's his name, right? Doesn't Big Cat do the podcast with P. White Knight or no?
No.
Doesn't he?
Yes, I believe that's what they're calling him now.
Is that okay? I'm just trying to
pro White Knight commentator.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus God, get over yourself, Christ.
Well, he's a voice for the voiceless, you know.
Man, God, Jesus, Eric. I mean, sorry, P. Christ, if you can be serious. I wear sunglasses.
Well, he comes out of that shell every once in a while to get real.
Stay in that shell. That's what I'd say. Thank the guy who carries that show, and just keep your head down. Keep signing those contracts and shut up. That's what I'd say.
People are uncomfortable. They need to be spoken.
I suppose. No, I'm sure. I'm sure he meant well. I actually don't doubt that. I'm sure I don't think I've ever met him. I don't think.
I mean, right now they're all just trying to be comfortable when they're all back in that office, right?
That's it. Yeah.
So you write that blog so you don't have to have that awkward moment.
Yeah, he was in Miami. I think I was going to meet him, but then there was like a couple people drowning in the water, and he just like flew and then saved them. And,
really?
Yeah, and
that's very good of him. He's always alert. He's vigilant.
He's a hero. This guy. What he is like he's not afraid to take the bravest, most controversial stand in a crazy time.
That's a weird move,
especially when things are have already been settled and discussed completely. For 3 days. And the guy, we'll get to it. So, but you're right. Like the N-word, look, I'm not using it. I have no desire to use it. I'm not ever going to use it. I understand the deal. I'm happy with it. It's never meant anything to me. In terms of wanting to use it, I don't really listen to music that has it. I don't think there's any Bruce songs that have it. I could be wrong.
The weird thing is there's people who put some kind of value on it. Like if you're listening to the Two Bigs podcast, they're like,
that's what I mean.
White guys want to get a pass from their black friends so that they can use it. I just don't understand this mysterious value.
That's my biggest problem.
It's like a magical phrase that makes you cool or something.
Well, I don't get here's my take on it, and it's not going to be a popular one. I wouldn't use it. If my kids ever use it, they'd be dead. I don't want to hear it. But like if it's a lyric in a song and I'm in a car, right? I'm a white guy in the car driving. Mm-hmm. And there's a song that's whatever, Ja Rule or
whoever. It's the Office Space scene.
Yeah, right.
Rolls the window up.
Yes, or whoever. I don't know, whatever artist, Whitney Houston, whoever has it, right? Whoever. Dionne Warwick.
Yes.
The Drifters.
They all use it very often.
Celine Dion. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Celine Dion, there's a new documentary on Netflix about David Foster.
Okay.
He's a famous, producer, singer, writer. Celine Dion's interview at the beginning of it, she is like crazy anorexic right now.
Oh, really?
She weighs
no.
It's not good. She weighs like
tough times in
pounds.
Canada?
I don't know what's going on. It's not good. I'm concerned. But my heart will go on. Anyway, so there's no N-word in that song, is there?
Like 5.
Are there?
In the original version.
Is there really?
Yeah, you have probably only heard the radio version.
Billy Zane would have used it in the movie. He was no good. No good. So I'm a white guy. Yeah, right. So and that comes up. Am I supposed to like mouth it while I'm driving in the car? Like I need to know.
I think Willie had a good point on that, on Dave's defense of that. I got that kind of.
If you were with
Let me hear Willie.
Would you say it if you was in a car with a bunch of homies, with a bunch of black guys? Would you say the N-word? Because I know a lot of white folks that sing the whole song. They just happen to skip that word, in particular because they're in.
He knows like a lot of them.
And so I asked him. I was like, "Would you say that?" He was like, "Well, if I knew him well enough, I would say it.
Fucking Dave.
And I was just
What a conversation this is.
Here's I was gonna say, here's my biggest problem, and this is why this is not a Barstool thing. Like, that phone conversation should have been a podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
True.
Like, why are they?
Well, I thought about that last night too. I was like, why wasn't Dave on the Two Bigs podcast?
He should have
But
been.
then maybe they didn't want him there. Maybe they wouldn't have been able to say what they felt.
But why
like they
can't
could
Willie
say.
and Dave just? Why can't that just be? Maybe Willie had things he wanted to say. I have no idea.
do it on Barstool Radio?
But like, so right now we're having a conversation about the word, right?
Yeah.
So the word right now is in your head.
Everyone knows
Like,
what
Steve,
we're talking
think of the word.
Oh, he's been doing it. Don't worry.
Steve, stop.
I'm not
thinking.
thinking. No,
Steve, cover your
I'm not thinking of the
Mike,
word.
think of the word. I'm thinking of the word right now. So,
Maybe given everything that's going on, we can retire that joke.
what do you mean? I think it's more important. Yes, let's not.
Fair representation.
Yeah, let us not
We need
be.
diversity
Let's
of
not be
thought.
satirical at all. Let's be dead serious. There's been enough seriousness, So, my sort of take on it is, and I've always sort of said it's, those people should have it. They've been through fucking hell of a lot worse than I have. But now I'm almost to the point where, why not just let everybody either say it or just fucking get rid of it? One or the other. What are we legislating like this stupid fucking word for?
My problem with the whole thing is everyone on that podcast is like, well, Liz Gonzalez gave a very poetic response. The man is not a racist. And I think of the man for his actions. So if we all know he's not racist, we all know the context he's saying it in. It's just this moment of, we fucking got you.
It was also 5 years ago.
We fucking caught you saying it.
See, but I don't agree with that. Like this whole idea that it was like in the 90s or something, and the mores were different. They weren't. I mean,
it's a little
Trump
weird
was
to say
running.
5
It was
years, 4 or 5
it was a
years.
racially pitched time. That's not ancient history.
But it's a lyric in a song. Somebody wrote the song.
Okay, I understand that. I'm
I-
talking about like the Kaepernick one too. I mean, all of this,
that's-
like this idea that this is ancient history is bogus.
Okay.
Like I think you can defend it without resorting to that.
So if the Kirk Minihane Repertory Theater decided to bring in their world premiere of Reservoir Dogs to Arlington Community Theater, and Mike is playing Steve Buscemi's role, can you use the N-word? It's in the script.
I don't know.
With video.
Personally, if I were casting that role, I'd be like, we can rewrite that.
Okay, but let's just say
it wouldn't be allowed.
But let's just say that happened, right? Let's say 7 years ago, Mike played that role in the theater somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And it'd be a great performance.
Did a masterful
Staggeringly
job.
great performance. Really good actors we've seen over in the past. So, they could release that video. It'd be like this guy.
Well, we got you.
Like, now it's different. Now I understand. Like, Dave was in the office, and I guess he asked the woman at the front desk, and she said, I don't think that's a great idea.
That's what makes it worse.
Which is, but at the same time, look.
Well, I mean, you can do it. You can find Artie Lang, Louis C.K., Jim Norton using it on stage.
Get ready. I mean, that's next. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to start taking down comedian after comedian. And here's my thing: like, Barstool is supposed to push boundaries. This is what they, I think, kind of used to be. That's not what they are anymore.
I mean, do those boundaries need to be pushed?
Well, but that's so you make mistakes.
Okay.
So here's the thing, though, Steve. So now when mistakes are made, and that was dumb, and the Kaepernick thing was dumb. Dave knows it was dumb. He wouldn't have done it today. He wouldn't have done it 3 weeks ago before the start. He wouldn't do that again now.
But he knew it was dumb then because he asked Eben.
Okay, so he thought it was dumb. So he did something he thought was dumb, which means he took a chance. Sometimes when you take chances, they're stupid. There's no doubt about it. But now, anytime anybody thinks, well, should I take this chance going forward? Fuck it. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, you won't do it.
So then Barstool, which again, is this the end of the world? No. But Barstool is not Barstool now. And I think it's being eaten from within to some extent. And I'm not saying that these people don't have legitimate gripes. They might. But I'm just telling you, it's going to change the tone and tenor. And some people may say that's a good thing. I personally think that's a bad thing. Do I think that video is good? No. Do I think the idea of let's try and make people less creative and take less chances a good thing? Fuck no, I don't. I definitely do not.
And we say, well, like Steve's saying, it was 4 years ago, not 40 years ago, which I understand. But we're taking ourselves now. A lot's changed in 4 years. Never mind 40.
Yeah.
A lot's changed in that amount of time. Barstool had a pretty big audience and a lot of people that wanted to take them down. So if anyone thought that was really wrong and racist and offensive, they would have done it 4 years ago.
Well, for sure.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, no, but
it wasn't that
but here's
offensive
the
at the
thing.
time, and now it is.
Jamel Hill wasn't offended by it.
Right.
If she'd seen it 4 years ago,
She was promoting her show on Barstool
She
4
wasn't
years
offended by it. This is a chance for people to jump and attack. And I think I get it. And I like the idea that they were able to do that podcast. I got no problem with it. They can do it every day if they want. No problem. But I think it's tough when you are starting to fight from within as well. And if something comes out today that's even worse in the eyes of others, then it's going to be another issue, as opposed to just saying, look, This stuff happens in the past. It's part of the company we work for. That's sort of the thing. The other part of it I'm not crazy about is, well, we'll get to it. Is there any other particular sound from that podcast? Well, I mean, do we have that like commercial at the beginning that they do or no?
No, I didn't have the commercial for the black skincare line.
Yeah,
no, I didn't pull a commercial.
Did you hear that, Mike?
The one, not right at the beginning. It's like 20 minutes in or so.
It's like the black skincare sort of mocking thing.
Yeah, I think I did hear that.
Sort of. I don't know. It was strange. And like,
but I didn't know if it was real. I didn't know what was
I don't
going
think
on.
it was real.
Yeah.
So I think, I know Trill Withers, that's his name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was pretty good on it.
Yeah.
And Liz actually also, we're not thrilled. And I get it because I guess Willie evidently didn't tell them what he was going to call the podcast. So you do the podcast, you talk about how this word is this, and then you call the podcast that word is strange.
I don't know. I thought it was a way for Willie to attract attention to the podcast because it's going to be controversial. It's kind of like a avant-garde.
It's hard to promote it then.
Yeah, but then you saw articles like
yeah,
Barstool uses N-word in podcast.
You got a lot of secondary coverage on it.
But here's the thing, though. Like you can't. I don't know. To me, you can't. It's the whole argument. I guess. I don't know. To me, it's a word. It's a word. It's an awful word. I don't use it. Disavow. Right, Steve?
Yes, but I think that there's a strain amongst black people that they want to take it back and by using it themselves, they take the power away from white people.
But they have. I mean, I would say, which is fine. Okay. I don't really care.
I mean, you can say that as a white person that you feel like, that word is no longer has any power, but there are still plenty of white people using it.
Sure, and I wouldn't use it, and I would tell other people not to use it, but I think it's, I don't know. Like, I think what you're getting now is some people are legitimately upset, and then some people who smell opportunity, and that's a tough combination.
That's moosh.
That's complete.
Totally moosh. That was a business decision. Absolutely.
And people applaud, and then he goes away. And I think you might get more of that. I thought for a second we'd get that with that crazy social media guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, JDM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, he flipped pretty quickly.
Yeah, well,
he seems like a fan.
Again, Minute fans are suckers. This kid is going to listen to a few episodes and fucking turn on us and just wait. I've seen this movie 30,000 times.
Well, I think he's the same kid that kind of spoke out against Portnoy the first time with the cop stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised. As much as people feel like they can't say things.
Can't fire him.
He said kind of fuck Portnoy a couple months ago. It's like, I don't know, if I said that wouldn't.
Right. Well, but this is the world we live in now. I mean, and what's crazy is it's a total butterfly effect. If what's-his-face had a cold that day and called in sick, that cop, none of this would be happening.
Yeah.
Which, again...
well, that's the unique cultural moment we're in is just like gasoline for this shit.
Which I do think...
This happened a year ago, it's probably not as big.
No, which is some good things come out of it and then some things that are nuts come out of it. And so I'm not sure where I exactly land on this. I just think, ultimately, here's where I land on it before we get to the other stuff is, I get what Dave said was stupid. But my overall point is it's a fucking comedy site. They take chances. They push. Sometimes they miss. And if you really don't like it, you should probably go somewhere else. And again, you're going to say, oh, you're telling us. No, not at all. Stay and try and change whatever you want. But the idea that you want to stay here and change the culture of Barstool, I don't think is really the best idea. I think Barstool is Barstool. You can do whatever you want. They can do that podcast. Dave's going to let them do whatever they want, say whatever they want, call Dave a fucking racist, shit on him. Good luck finding that somewhere else because, that is not going to happen.
And that's where that Mooj is just lying. Because maybe I'm sure he didn't know that Kaepernick comment existed. I'm sure he didn't hear that maybe. But he's heard Dave insult other employees, other enemies, whoever. He's heard him fucking trash people. And to hear that one comment and say, well, I didn't know that's where I was working. Right. It's like you're just a liar. You're just lying.
I'm reading he just did, like you said, this is his chance to score some points, and he'll probably land a job somewhere else. I'll talk about Brady and no one will ever fucking pay attention to him again. Now, of course, what happens is when you let poison in, to the company, even if it's as a guest or something, this is what happens. And it's our girl Gina. The thing about Dave Portnoy saying he's uncancelable is it's true. Cancelableness depends on your audience. If they don't give a shit about POC, women, etc., then you're safe from criticism. That's why we pressure their advertisers to bail and ostracize their fans. So, that's good. Gina, who was brought into the universe, is now going to try and ruin it. So that's smart.
Yeah, I don't have any proof of this, but I think that this entire thing started with K. Marco publishing that op-ed.
I agree. No question about it.
I think everyone agrees with that.
No question.
He's
been quiet, huh?
Side, yeah.
Where's he been?
Ellie's been a little quiet too.
Yeah, weird how that works.
If Kirk Minihane is a racist for questioning donations to mysterious organizations, then what say you, Ellie, of Dave Portnoy?
I mean, Dave Portnoy, you said, what I'm about to say is racist. Weird. And I like Dave's racist, but I mean, when they sign your checks, you get awfully quiet.
Kind of strange.
Friends with somebody trying to tear the company down.
Don't worry, that Ellie subscription service will be dynamite.
Well, you did start the trend of people leaving. Maybe Mooj, it was inspired by you.
True. I guess.
Starting a walkout.
Maybe. I don't know.
I got more Willie sound to play for you.
Yeah, what do you want? What's next?
Well, he told me, he's like, Willie, I'm not a racist. I'm throwing the middle fingers up at the people who've been trying to cancel me for so long. And I said, I get that, Dave. But to the other side who actually work for you and work here, we're kind of offended by it. So while you're throwing the middle fingers up at the cancel culture, you're really throwing your middle fingers up at us. And he was like, I hear you. But, and the but was, I have a bigger following. I'm bigger than you. I write your checks. And the people that support me and Barstool help me write your checks. So fucking eat a dick. That's how I took it.
So Willie trademark line. Ouch. So Dave stole Willie's line? Is that the
People cheer when he says it now?
Okay.
I thought that was not a great look for Dave.
I'm okay with it. He's being honest. Like, I don't know.
Take race out of it. Say it's a conversation between me and Dave.
Yeah, but you can't now. Like, it's impossible. You're right, but that's like saying
My point is he is the boss.
But this is about race. And just because you're a boss and just because you're powerful doesn't mean you're held to a different standard when it comes to racism.
But do bosses ever? Would a boss call an underling like that and apologize for a situation that has
2020 they would.
That has nothing to do with them?
Yeah, they would.
But it necessarily does have something to do with Willie because Willie is seen as the representative of black people at Barstool.
Was he elected that? I don't
know. I don't know.
He's the older guy. That. He's the most established person. That's why Erica reached out to him. Dave reached out to him. It's not an elected position, but he is the representative. He's the one who got that podcast together. He is like the representative of black people at Barstool.
There is a pressure on them too that we don't really think about because anytime an issue like this comes up, it's like, well, what does Trill Withers think? What does Brendan think? What does Willie think?
Okay, but I'll get to that in a second because I have thoughts on that. But it's, yes, I get it, and I suppose why Willie would be offended. But there's part of me that also says, like, this is there has to be a place where you say this is Barstool, or it's not. If it's not, and then we're careful and we're thoughtful and we worry about people's feelings and we talk about saving people and all that, then fine. Then it's not Barstool anymore. If it's not Barstool anymore, just say it's not Barstool anymore. Say it's a place that we're sensitive and we care about each other and there's a place to air our feelings and our thoughts and da-da-da-da-da-da. Or there's a place where you say sometimes, yeah, I'm sorry that was stupid, but if you're going to be offended by stuff, fucking go somewhere else. And I don't care if you're black or white or whatever, but if it's going to upset your feelings a lot, this probably isn't going to be the place for you because A, there's stuff in the past that's come out that you're not going to like, and B, stuff in the future we're going to say stupid shit sometimes. That's the appeal of the company. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, the whole podcast, and some of it I completely understood, but the tone of it felt like, watch your language.
Oh, it felt to me.
Which is the opposite of what Barstool and comedy in general.
What it felt like to me was it felt like ESPN Town Hall.
Yeah.
Like here's our, and that's okay. And they want to have that conversation. They can have it. And there were some good points in there. One of the guys, I forget who said, actually made a point. This is where it's like really good. And I'm listening to it and thinking I would have never crossed my mind to think that this could have a completely different experience. It was a great point. One of the guys, I forget who it was, talked about the Confederate flag. And he said, as a black guy,
I think it was Brandon. Yeah.
He said
he wants them up.
He's like, I like the idea because at least if some guy's riding around this truck in the South with a flag on, I know that guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have it, he's just fucking hiding. I have no idea. I was like, for me, that would have, I always think the flag sucks. It's stupid. It's racist, whatever. I think people should have the right to drive around and have it in their car if they want, but I'm not sure it should be representative of states. But, that's like, that would never cross my mind to think, but that was a really good point.
And there's actually probably not enough of that, where it's like, if someone wants to expose themselves as a racist or a bigot or whatever, that's on them. Like, then we can judge them rather than having to immediately cancel.
And I'm sure he's thinking this is the guy who's going to come over behind the truck and hit me in the fucking head,
Right.
One of my biggest problems was when Trill started talking about like, oh, you have these videos, but then you also have Dave going on Tucker Carlson.
Well, we'll get there. I know that bothered me too. But boy, I mean, Liz Gonzalez adds nothing to a conversation. It is just well, she's such a zero. Like at one point, she tells that womp womp. It was fine. I don't want to play it. Oh, go ahead.
I can honestly say he has been absolutely fantastic to me, with me, about me, regardless of what situation is going on, in my personal life and my, physical health life.
Pause real quick. I hate this tone.
Yeah,
I hate that the conversation is like
she sounds like Katie Couric.
Like as if Dave committed some awful crime. It's like, and believe it or not, guys, he has been nice to me.
Before those couple of murders, he was the nicest guy.
If you can believe it.
He said something really stupid, sort of. A word that they use like 30 times on the podcast.
Right.
And I know the rules are different, but
It's so awful you can't hear it unless it's coming from.
Right. And those are the rules.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. I mean, I suppose I'm okay with those rules, but go ahead.
A lot of respect for Dave. And I know the kind of person he is and how he has treated me and treated those around him. And it's tough to hear something like that because, gut reaction, being that I am, Mexican, like, no, I don't look at somebody with a head wrap and think all of these things. But it's also because I've been in the position where I'm being judged. You're judged because you're boring. I don't care. There's a difference between me and other people. I don't give a fuck. You're boring.
Are you saying that because she's Hispanic or a
I'm
woman?
saying because she's terrible. Neither. All. She's terrible. Well, I think there's a guy in that said she's boring and white. She's fucking boring.
One of the guys who made, I think, a really good point was Za.
Well, hold on one second. One of the points they made was like, and then I think Willie jumped on somebody. The idea that, I'm sorry, the idea that if you were flying on a plane like on November 14th, 2001, and somebody had Muslim outfit, traditional out, and you weren't semi-nervous, I'm just being honest, you're fucking lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a general culture of fear around Muslims.
That's the way the world was at that time. It's different now, and that's a good thing. But I don't even know how that correlates to what Dave fucking Kevin said in 2015.
It was 15 years later, but
there's not even a comparison to it. The idea that wasn't a real thing going on. That's what I mean when people are just being dishonest. They're being intellectually dishonest. It was a scary fucking time in America.
I mean, people were looking up when a plane flew over and were like, is that plane just going to steer into a skyscraper?
Is it a great moment in history? No, but that's how people thought. I don't
just listen to any new, I've listened to the Howard Stern show from that day. Immediately what he said is starting talking about Muslims and things like that. It's just, that's what the time was. You can look back and say it's wrong now.
Yeah,
at the time.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But Zah said something?
Yeah.
Sounded to me like Zah didn't even want to do this, to be honest.
Yeah, it did.
I felt bad for him.
Me too.
Why does he, maybe he wanted to. I don't know. But he seems like a very nice guy. Yeah. And I don't know.
But what he said to everyone, I'm sure everyone can agree, is terrible. It's bad. No matter what the era is. And I mean, it's hard to defend, right? What he said there, but in these issues, it's with stuff like racism, right? With how our world and just the issues in the world, cancellation issues in the world generally, with how it's evolving. This poor guy.
That's mean. The poor guy. He's a nice guy. He isn't.
He's also not like an on-air guy. I mean, he talks on air sometimes.
He also, you could tell, he was there for representation, but didn't really want to say anything bad about Portnoy.
I think he probably likes him.
He's a Portnoy guy. Yeah,
these guys. I mean, they. I don't know. We'll get to the other part. Well, first, let's do Milton's. It's good to have Milton's back. What a Milton's experience it was a few weeks ago for Mike and the rest of the crew. Big day for them. The Store for Men is back open and back on the Kirk Minihane Show. I like that. The original sponsor of the Kirk Minihane, not just Kirk Minihane Show. That's true. Milton's is celebrating their stores being back open with the biggest sale ever. What does that mean? You'll save up to 75% and more. If you live in the New England area, you must make the trip to one of the stores to see all the deals they have right now. If you're a Minihane fan outside New England, here's what you do. Go to miltons.com and hunt for the best deals. All the popular brands, Michael Kors, Calvin Klein, Hugo Boss, Ralph Lauren, all on sale. All shoes, 15% off. Oh, I may do that. All underwear, including our great friends at Tommy John, 25% off. Tommy Bahama, Johnny O, Vineyard Vines, included in the sale. You go to South Shore Plaza in Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square in Chestnut Hill. You go to Miltons.com, check out their biggest sale ever page of Miltons. You'll be as comfortable in our stores you'll be in our clothes. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, or online at Miltons.com. The Chestnut Hill Square is, of course, where the big celebration was. Famous edited birthday video as well was my understanding, which I wasn't even aware of. Top shelf fan base as always.
It was interesting.
Miltons.com. We love Miltons though. We're thrilled they're back.
Yes. And Kingpin Pete pointed out to me, as he was, I'm sure, casing the joint, he pointed out that their winter stuff is extremely cheap right now.
Oh, that's good.
So that's a good note for people.
Oh, so Pete was there as well.
He was.
Oh, I didn't realize that. And the Warthog.
Big stars out
Yes.
Didn't realize you look at price tags when you're stealing stuff.
there. Well, listen.
For resale value.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
And Warthog brought nothing to the table.
This was this will never be heard, your criticism of this poor guy. But
What do you mean?
the original time we criticized him, we didn't release that podcast.
Oh, it was the Dave night?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Milton's.com. So, I mean, Warthog. That was a takeaway from the big party, big thing of Milton's. Great crowd. It seems like they're thrilled. Dana, Bill, everyone was really happy. They love the partnership. We love them. They're the best. They really are the best. But, people were like, fucking Warthog is a complete zero.
Who's saying that?
People were there.
You just buried him for like 25 minutes on the podcast.
Did I? He's a total.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believe you asked me, you said, why are you friends with this guy?
Well, I look at the picture of him, too. He looks so unhappy. What is he so unhappy about?
He's for the ladies, they call it resting bitch face.
Yeah, he has that.
Natural,
I don't know. I think he seems pretty mellow. Have you ever actually tried to have a conversation with him?
I don't think I've ever met him.
Oh, you met him.
When?
Well, I guess I don't know that he would have spoken to you.
When was this?
He was in Madawaska. He was at Jack's Abbey.
No. Was he?
Yeah.
Oh. He was with you in Madawaska?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't think I met him.
Well,
Great
rushed
friendship
me
that
out of
night.
there.
God, that's true. People are burying him.
Well,
Not even he's an asshole.
He's a
but
nice
just like
man.
he just seems so unhappy.
Although he didn't come with Mamma Mia's, which people
Of course
were
not.
people were critical of.
That's what I mean. That's bad.
He said it's because we were there. Like he left his house at like 10 a.m., so they just weren't open yet.
So he fucking runs the place, right?
No.
Is he like the general manager or something?
No, you keep saying that. No,
What is he, the
you keep
manager?
giving him promotions.
I think he was
manager?
Papa
Like a
Mia.
kitchen manager or something.
Okay, so he's a kitchen manager. So he goes in there and pops a few pies and then drives it down. That is not that difficult, Steve, is it?
I don't think so.
Think of the reaction if he brings 6 pies from Mamma Mia's to.
It would be great.
How about this? How about he just buys local pizza and puts it in a Mamma Mia's box?
That's not the same.
Yeah, that's
That's dishonest.
Well, no
Because
one
imagine
dies.
the Minifans would find that out and tweet sweet. There'd be pictures of him at a Stop and Shop.
Minifans hate this guy.
Why?
Oh, I don't know why.
Oh, no, I don't like to hear that.
Is he gonna be in Saco?
Yes, he will be.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's what we need. A dick at Saco. God. He's not bringing that wretched girlfriend with us, is he?
Oh, no, what do you say?
Why? I'm just asking.
Use such adjectives.
Is he or no?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, God.
The whole gang will be there. The whole Geary gang.
Drive out movie theater. People were fleeing. Oh, God. Those two. Oh, they could ruin anything.
I don't agree with that. I think they bring a lot of spice.
Are you going to go with them driving up?
I don't know if we'll drive up with them, but yeah, we're staying at the same
Alba as
Airbnb.
well? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Now,
Which, by the way,
is your Airbnb going to require a COVID test?
Oh, they didn't mention it to us. I don't think
Just
so.
say yes. Just say yes.
Yeah, oh,
You
yes.
bet. You
Yeah,
bet. You
yeah,
bet, Steve.
definitely.
You bet. It's less than 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
3 weeks from today, we'll be done with the 2 shows.
Yes.
Huh. Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious how we're going to... You feel confident?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty simple arrangement. It's a projector and a radio transmitter.
But they're going to see us on the screen behind us.
So not necessarily behind us. I think we're going to set up our little tent
we're gonna be on the
adjacent
screen,
to the
though,
concession stand. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that starts at sundown.
Yeah, 8:30 is when we'll start, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Both nights. 2 nights.
Excellent.
It's going to be interesting. Well, I suppose.
We do have to figure out our pregame shows because the projector won't work when the sun is too bright, but we could have, DEC coming to you over your radio transmitters.
Sure.
He's a live performer if you saw him at Milton's.
Yeah.
He is.
I did not. I saw that video he sent yesterday for some advertisement. He looked like a biggest fucking psychopath I've ever seen in my life. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, my God. He's one of these guys who rips other people's ad reads. A little life in it. Jesus Christ. Do you listen to this show or not?
What did he made a video, you're saying?
Well, I think he'd forgotten to mention something in one of these reads he does. So, did you see this video or no?
Was he doing the makeup video? I think I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
Some video for like 20 seconds, and I just, that is the face that a kid looking up a well has seen, before.
Well, yeah.
The lucky ones.
Right. Until the end.
You have reported back
before he drags him back up. Oh, my. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, so, all right, what else are we missing on this, Steve?
Before we move on from the Portnoy discussion,
I'm not moving on from that.
We do have a lyrical treatment.
Oh, I figured we might. Go ahead.
If it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck. It's a motherfucking duck.
Dave is the loneliest person in Barstool. He is surrounded by hypocrites who cash his checks but say that he's a racist guy.
There's a difference between cancel culture and white privilege.
Willie Colon defended Big Ben through the rape charge.
Oh, jeez, fucking eat a dick.
KFC and PFT pandered to the mob just like the big phonies they are. He's the loneliest person at Barstool. Breakers are big at tweeting slurs and treating older women cruel.
Mexican, but also I'm a woman. You know, we're talking about a double minority.
Liz told us that she is a double minority. But there is more women than men alive right now in our society. Then the fact that she is offended by Dave's videos. Her boyfriend who came on, drops and bobs like he's an honorary bro. KFC grew up in Pelham. It's 87% white, but don't tell him that taking pictures with the only minorities won't make him a homie. Jesus. If Dave is a racist, these fuckers don't give a shit. They're cashing his checks. Dave became the loneliest jerk the day he chose Ellie instead of Kirk.
That's true.
Dave is the loneliest person at Barstool.
You're miserable and dead and fucking off doing your own thing. In the next decade, we'll still be here doing us, and you'll still be losing sleep about it.
It's a good comeback from Matt Carrano.
That was. I think Carrano's back now.
That was a good one.
That first line really got me.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, I would say that, I don't know who's dating who, but if your boyfriend has a history of tweeting out the N-word liberally, I would say, probably, again, as I would say to Jamel Hill, shut your mouth until, your world is clean.
That's all about context, though. If you're quoting a rap lyric, it's fine on Twitter, but not
if you say
it,
that,
I guess.
right. Yeah. I thought if it's written, it's worse. Isn't that what we were told?
Yeah.
I'm confused all the time.
I would think so. But.
The rules keep changing.
They do keep changing. But, again, I am definitely not of the shut your mouth and cash your check variety. I am not. Of course.
Well, you did just tell Liz to shut her mouth.
What do you mean?
Just now.
Well, she can say what she wants, but she's a fraud. I'm saying say whatever you want, but you work at Barstool. If you want to silence Barstool, if you want to turn them into Libstool, into Huffstool, or whatever people mock them, Pussstool or whatever, fine. You're going to contribute to that, and then you're going to be out of a job eventually. Eventually, the worm will turn. Or you could say this is a place where people speak their mind, they have conversations. But I will say, I personally think the Tucker Carlson thing is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Dave would go on with Rachel Maddow, just like we would have Rachel Maddow on in a flash, in a fucking second.
Well, the other thing is, I reject the assertion that Tucker Carlson is racist.
Well, let's stipulate for a second that that's the case. Okay, I agree. I don't think it's true. But let's just say he is, right? I don't care if Dave went on the show with a guy who's a racist.
I think if Dave goes on David Duke's podcast, then that's different because he's using his platform to elevate.
With him?
Well, that's different. But if he goes,
that's bad because he's so much bigger than a lot of those.
What if he goes on David Duke's podcast and fucking fights with him?
Well, then that would be different. I guess he's saying he doesn't do that with Tucker Carlson.
Sure, perhaps, but even then, you're elevating. Oh, that's ridiculous, you're elevating Steve. Some racist asshole.
So if David Duke has, if he had a podcast after they go on, I would go on and fight with him for an hour. Why not?
Well, if they're...
What the fuck? Like, why? Yeah, why can't we do that stuff? That's crazy.
I don't know based on the name. Maybe Tucker Carlson, you have to be a certain level of name to get on that show. But I would think if there's an employee at Barstool who thinks Tucker Carlson is racist and Dave shouldn't go on that show, I would think the first person who would have him on is Tucker Carlson.
Maybe. But maybe he would. But I don't, and they played clips of Tucker Carlson talking about cops being killed, right?
I edited that out. I just had the trill comment.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Our boss right now, you get those clips, but you also get the Tucker Carlson hits that and it's kind of the same thing. Like the people who are watching Tucker watch because he possibly could say some foul racist shit, and their opinions can get validated in hearing it said.
So Trill Withers, who everyone says is a smart guy.
Maybe that is Brandon. I'm not sure.
Oh, is it Brandon? Okay, yeah. So. Okay, I was going to say because Brandon didn't strike me as particularly great, but are you sure that's Brandon? Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure. No.
Okay. Well, great. You're racist.
I just don't know the voice.
Do we know what it is or no?
I saved it as Trill. But
maybe my bad.
This is my first time hearing their voices.
Whoever it is, I don't even know. I know Willie and I know Liz and I know Sean. But like everybody watches Tucker Carlson's racist.
Yeah.
What the
it's Fox News. That's what everyone says about Fox News.
So what that is you know what that is? That's racist. That's fucking closed-minded racism. Like all these angry white people watch. Every single one who's watching him is racist.
And also,
fuck off.
I mean, how much Tucker Carlson has he watched?
I have no idea. Maybe he watches him every night. Maybe he's never seen them. My guess is he's never seen them.
He doesn't watch it because he's not a racist.
So Dave goes on there and whatever.
Talks about his bee sting.
Yeah, and jokes around, and they have a good relationship. I like Tucker. He comes on here. That's where I get into the part of the conversation. It's like, well, you are being mad at somebody for being closed-minded. And you couldn't possibly be more closed-minded about it. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like the Amanda Dobbins thing, where you can say whatever you want about Fox News because they're the evil empire.
Right.
They're the bad guys. So they're automatically racist. You don't have to learn anything about them, really.
What about the video that he did for the 5K? Does that make the 5K racist?
Of course. Oh, please, Steve. You think they hate us?
Well, yeah, I would say.
To them, I would say whatever. You be as closed-minded as you like. I thought there was a lot of good stuff in that podcast. I understand where they're coming from. But they're never going to like us. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And this is damaged Barstool, and they could do their, we're going to have, conversations and bring people in and have stuff. That's not what Barstool's supposed to be. I'm sorry. It's not what Barstool is supposed to be. It's just.
Get ready for the sensitivity training.
It's just not. Yeah, there's fucking 0% chance I'll participate in that. Zero. I've done it before. I will never, ever do it again. Part of the reason I came here was I thought we weren't going to be part of this. And I understand things change. Historical moments happen and people want to react to it. I totally get that. I get where the anger comes from. But man, they are going to turn this company into oatmeal, into mush if this keeps. I'm just saying.
Do you have a certificate from the first time that'll get you out of the next time?
It's a good question. The whole thing was about me, so we'll find out. But, like I said, I don't, I'm not sure. I think Big Cat and PFT are probably nice people who felt like they had to do this stuff. I don't know why Dan had to write this, other than I think we covered it on the show that went to was that the one that was actually
a little bit, yeah.
Dropped
it was
on the podcast?
RSS feed, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we did that. So so PFT's headline is, and I don't know him at all, is it's insanely unfair that we've put our black employees in this situation.
Right.
And he writes, when I saw that clip of ignorant and racist comments from the 2016 Colin Kaepernick rundown, I, like a lot of my colleagues, was mad and embarrassed. I chose to take the approach of letting Dave, Dan, and Kevin address the matter since they were the ones in the video. I also wanted to listen to what the black people here had to say about it before I injected my own opinion. The second part, I think, was a mistake on my part, given the benefit of hindsight, because now that they are the ones who find themselves at the center of this conversation and controversy that they didn't ask for in the first place. He then writes, he gets into the cancel culture. I guess he doesn't think it's real or not, whatever. So to put it bluntly, it's especially fucked up that our black coworkers have been unfairly put in a position of choosing to either A, accept racist remarks, or B, publicly fight with their bosses. To me, I actually don't think it's insanely unfair at all. I'll just be honest. I don't think it's insanely unfair. I think Dave said something stupid. I think Dave then gave them a platform to have a discussion about it where they essentially all called him racist on their RSS feed, and could have done that whenever they wanted. They could do it every single day, and Dave's not going to get in the way of that. And they work at Barstool. I think, personally, when I read this, and he says it's not about white knighting, I think it is. I think this is a white knighter coming in to virtue signal and, save these people. Where I would just say, like, they're all adults, and they're all fully capable of defending themselves. And they did in that podcast, I thought some did very well, strenuously, and make their own points. They don't need PFT to come in and say, our black employees shouldn't be put in this position. That is just white knighting, virtue signaling, waving your arms, call me a great guy crap.
Yeah. I mean, it's even more base than white knighting. Like, I don't think he thinks he's helping people. He's helping himself because he's trying to declare, what side of history he's going to be on. Yeah. He's basically trying to preserve his own brand.
I think he believes some of this stuff.
Sure.
Being a total phony.
He can believe that and not do the blog post. He does the blog post because he wants to let everyone know.
I don't think he's a phony either. I think he's probably a very nice guy. But you can be a very nice guy and still be white knighted.
But again, I'll keep saying it, but PFT worked here in 2016.
Well, he just signed a new contract.
I mean, that too. Right. But he worked here at the time. Like, if you have a problem with it, they didn't do it in a closet with each other. They did it on their biggest show.
But you could argue things change, and maybe didn't even see that video, right? I mean,
I'd also say,
watch a rundown every day.
How many black employees did they have when that was filmed?
Probably none. If there were 20 employees.
If there were more black or Arab employees in the room when it was filmed, someone might have been like, "Hey, Dave, that's going to cause some trouble for you. I don't really like that."
He says, "I'm lucky enough to do a daily radio show with Tyler. If anyone in the company deserves universal respect, it's him, and it fucking sucks that he and our other black coworkers are taking any heat whatsoever for this." What heat are they taking?
They're Twitter followers. I guess what they were saying is that they have.
It's fucking Twitter.
I know, but you
say fuck you. There's like fucking Twitter.
There's a subculture of black Twitter, and they're saying, "How can you continue to work
Uncle
this guy?"
Tom and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Okay, so here's what you say. You say to them, "I work here. I work for a guy who said something stupid. He'll say stupid shit again. He's a good guy, and he's letting us say whatever we want. Right now, I'll tweet. I think what Dave said was racist. Send. Nobody, the boss in the world, would let me do that." Like, how hard is that? Like, I'm sorry, that's not that fucking tough. Because I heard this conversation as well. Oh, people are saying to me, "How do you work for this fucking guy? How do you work for this fucking guy?" Well, it's a conversation. Right. Have it. It is not that. It is. I'm sorry, that is not insanely unfair. It just isn't.
I think here again, we have to acknowledge that there's a part of this that we can't see or feel because we're white. Like, we don't know what it's like to have, quote unquote black Twitter coming after you and calling you out for working for someone who is perceived to be racist. So there's like a blind spot that we have that we should at least acknowledge.
Sure.
And they only exist in Twitter. Like, a lot of those people, if they get rid of their social media, they don't exist anymore. It's like they're huge in social media that kind of controls their life.
And once in a while, when you work for a company, you're going to take some heat. I mean, that's just the way it works in life. Like, in it's social media, it's not that big a deal. And I thought
you've had people smear you as a racist for working for Jerry Callahan. I've had it because I work with. Me for working for Howie.
Jerry signing your checks.
But it is different, like you said. That is different. And I totally get that. But at the same time, that's life. That is sometimes life when you work at a company, and it's going to continue. And if you can't take that, what does this column do? Other than just say, "Oh, great, what a great guy." Like, what does that solve?
It helps change the culture.
I just hate shit like that. That's just white knighting all the way. And I think it comes from a good place. I do, but it's just like, great, congratulations. Like, this whole thing happened, and you wait a couple of days to think about. Like, it's just fucking.
You might as well just put the headline. "I'm not racist."
Or just
PFT.
Or just love me.
I'm listening.
Just love me. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I had a problem. If I was Dave, I would. Again, like, my issues were far more with the fucking white people at the company that had handled this. Like, I had no problem with that podcast. I disagree with some of the stuff that was said on it, but I like that they did it. I thought it was good. My bigger issue was with stuff like that. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Or Dave going back and forth and apologizing and not apologizing. And then, like, what the fuck?
I just like that we're being listened to now. Me and Steve is the little
guy.
Get
ready for
In our group text with me, Steve, and Dave, we'll give our ideas, and Dave replies with the ear emoji. He's just listening.
He's definitely paying attention.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, I don't know. I mean, do you think is the next video up yet or no?
No, it has not come out yet.
Maybe they're just teasing us.
I set up a notification for it. So,
well, 9 hours ago. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Their last tweet, the most recent tweet, was 10 hours ago. New Barstool video in the AM.
Barstool, probably us.
That'd be fun though.
Oh, I wouldn't care. What the fuck are you gonna do? Like, what?
Well, I mean, Zonker couldn't come out and hit us right away because they'd know who he was. That's so Zonker, K-Marco working together, they're trying to kind of hide what they're.
That's probably true. But I don't know. Am I missing anything in the whole story? Because I got a lot of people tweeting this weekend. Oh, you got to shit all over Barstool. They become pussies, and it's kind of like, well, it's not that simple. But at the same time, there is some of that. But at the same time, there's also some of the side where you say, oh, like I get it. Like, I get if you're a black guy who works there, as much as I can get it. And you see Dave using the N-word, like I get why your initial reaction is like, what the fuck is this? Like, what?
I guess so.
And then when you dig in, though, it's not. Put it this way, it's not a video, like, it's not some kid in his phone taking the video of Dave calling somebody the N-word.
Right. The problem is context doesn't matter anymore. And the idea that the conversation is happening where everyone's acknowledging he's not a racist. Everyone's saying he's not a racist. Well, then why are we having this conversation? That's what the debate should be. If you think you found sound that proves your boss is a racist, then that's a problem.
But they kind of did get into that. I mean, Willie throws the question out there: Can you say something racist?
But he didn't say
without
it.
Being a racist.
It was a lyric to a song, right?
Yeah, but he said it.
Yeah, but it's a lyric to a song.
And then there's also like the Kaepernick thing,
Steve,
which was a racist thing.
But they're not talking about that though.
In this particular instance, I think they were.
Okay.
They were throwing out the general question.
Do you think it's different? Do you think it's different if I quote a line from Reservoir Dogs?
Yes.
Versus me saying, "Geez, look at that N-word walking down the street."
Yeah, I think there is a difference. But they're both.
Of course it is.
Yeah, they're different, but they're both things. They're both things I wouldn't say.
You can say what you just said and say N-word, and everyone knows what you're talking about. But we have to do this childish thing where even in context, we have to tiptoe around the word, even though we all know what we're saying.
Just because it's less racist doesn't mean it's not racist.
But it's not racist to necessarily to quote a lyric of a song.
I think for white people to use that word, it's just you just shouldn't do it.
You only if you're by yourself in the house and the song's on, you shouldn't sing the word.
No, because then you could fall into the pattern of behavior of using it somewhere where you shouldn't.
Jesus Christ, Steve. I mean,
I'm just fucking.
Well,
I'm just saying.
He's right in the sense that this is what happens now.
Let's just say you have a mechanism in your brain where that will never happen. If you're by yourself in the house and that song's on, you don't think it's okay to say that word. Not say it, but sing it in a lyric that somebody wrote.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I just wouldn't.
Does Ja Rule write his own songs?
I'm not going to judge somebody. I'm not going to judge somebody.
Rule, I don't know.
I'll also be honest. I don't know. I probably haven't listened to a song with that word in it for 10 years.
You were at a Snoop Dogg concert a few months ago.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe that. But like, I haven't like put on music and sung along and like known the song. So it's not. It's not like a dilemma I confront frequently.
Snoop Dogg's obviously snapped, whether it's going with Gayle King or the shit he had over the weekend. But if we had him on, and I said like, when you write I just be honestly curious.
Well, Ice Cube said that in interviews where he says, "Yeah, I mean, he said I wrote the song, so I want if people are singing along with the song, they should say every word that I wrote."
Like, should I say it or not say it? Let me know. Like, it just is such a weird. You know, so you're being intellectually dishonest. You know, there's a difference.
Yeah, I acknowledge that there's a fucking difference. I'm not being intellectually dishonest.
One is racist and one is not.
I think that it is at a minimum racially insensitive for white people to sing that word. If it makes black people uncomfortable, that's like the definition of racially insensitive.
The guy who wrote it then.
Like, why are you? Why are you so hard on? Why do you have to hard on for saying that word even in private?
I hate that.
Who, me?
People always say,
I've never used the word in my life in private.
Why does? Okay, so why does it need to be such an issue? Why do we care?
Because it's a lyric to a song.
That's my
problem.
So we're
defending like the artistic integrity of Ja Rule songwriters?
No, not at all. No, what are we fucking talking about?
So people say that all the time. Is why do you want? They'll hear this conversation and say, why do these guys want to use it?
I don't.
It's not about wanting to use it. It's about saying when Dave uses it in a song, his life shouldn't be fucking ruined.
But even that, hold on.
That
Even that's different because Dave did it on video and asked like black people.
Right.
That's different than some guy who's working, his fucking headphones on and working in his house right now. And he happens to like rap music. He's a white guy, likes rap music. And some song comes up, whoever. Again, I don't know the Ruben Stoddard, okay? One of the great black artists of all time, okay? Frequently uses those words in his lyrics.
Does he?
I don't know. So that comes up, right?
Yeah.
And the N-word is in there. And he's just typing and he's just singing along and he knows the song. And in your mind, if he's just saying it and he says it, that's racist?
It's not something I would do.
Neither would I. But that's not
why. Okay, why? Why wouldn't you do it though? That's just the thing. Why wouldn't you do it in private? Okay, so why don't you just say the word in private? So if you're listening to music, you are recognizing that there's something wrong with it, even if you're in private, because you don't personally do it.
Maybe I would if I like the song. Maybe I would. I wouldn't listen to the music, but I could see myself not paying half paying.
I do it on this podcast.
I'm not saying that it's evil.
On this podcast, it wasn't the N word; it was the F word. For some reason, Eminem came up. And I spit out a lyric, and I didn't realize what I had said because I just know the words of the song, and I just said it. And then I went, "Oh, holy shit!"
Right.
But that's just what happens. Like those are the words of the song, so you don't even know you're doing it.
So Steve, like the guy's not even paying attention. He's sort of like half listening.
I'm not saying end his fucking life. I'm just saying
it's
like,
racially insensitive.
I mean,
it's a lyric in a song.
Why do you think Ebony said Dave shouldn't do it?
Because it was on video.
But don't you think that she was also uncomfortable with it personally? Don't you think that changed?
I think if you asked Ebony, I have no idea. If I said to Ebony, this scenario, whatever, fucking Tom fucking Wilkerson is at his house in fucking Council Bluffs, Iowa, and he's working, and that's lyric comes up in a song by himself. Should he sing that? I have no idea. She might say, I don't care, whatever. He's in his house. No, like so it was written.
So you can't be racist if you're in private, is what you're saying.
But that's not racist.
Jesus Christ, Steve. If you're in private and you're watching a fucking basketball game. And you scream at some go N word, run down the court. That's racist.
Okay, all right.
So that's different. The line is written. It's a fucking written line.
Saying the line is not racist.
You even said you yourself in private probably wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. But I might.
But there's something there where you know that it's like maybe it's not.
Too. I just don't.
It's not extremely racist. It's not like a racially hateful act. But it's also just like, man, you don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, it's not it's not like your experience of that music is somehow impoverished because you were not able to say that word.
Yeah, I'm with you, Censor and Steve. I like it.
It's self-censorship.
I like it. Yeah, let's censor all that stuff.
It's just
what's next?
I mean, it's not some higher authority coming down. And I'm not saying like you, Kirk Minihane, shouldn't be able to say that. But it is in the sense that
you're saying it's wrong to. Now we're like programming people for how to think when they're alone.
Oh, I'm programming myself.
You're not allowed to do this when you're alone.
I'm programming myself totally because I don't want the patterns of behavior. I'm not going to sit there and listen to rap music and get comfortable with it.
I'm by myself, right? I'm by myself. Music's off. Reading time. A little reading hour.
Okay.
And I'm reading Huckleberry Finn. Mm-hmm. When the N-word comes up in the book, do I skip that word?
No.
Okay, but I read it. But I read it's going to be in my brain.
No, but I mean,
do I censor my brain from like understanding that word?
How do you handle it? How do you handle it when you're teaching it to freshmen in high school or seniors in high school?
Well, you know how that works. They wouldn't allow it. Now, I would argue myself personally, as I would argue about these statues and everything. I would say this is the way the world was then. It was wrong. This word was used. You're going to read this word. Don't use it. We know it's not a great word, obviously, bad word, disavow, but that's the way the world was then. It wouldn't be. I
agree with that.
Historical document, as odd as it sounds, as is a Ja Rule song. It's a historical document.
I completely agree with that. But at the same time, if I'm the English teacher, I'm going to maneuver around the passages that have the N-word in if I'm publicly reading out at the front of class.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
That's
just the reality of life.
Yes.
Here's the problem with going as far as
that's different though. But you're saying there's some racism involved. Like, ask if we could ever have Ja Rule on or whoever black recording artist does it. Pick your guy.
Well, the $1 million worth of
Lionel Richie,
$1 million worth of flow guys.
Sure.
They said they had no problem with Dave using it, and that's fine for them. I'm just saying, like, me personally, no, I'm just not going to use it. But I'm also not going to make like hard and fast judgments against somebody who sings it.
That's what you just did.
No, I said at a minimum it's racially insensitive.
But here's the problem with saying that even in private it's insensitive to use, or is that now in 2 months or 2 years or 5 years, this conversation where we're not even saying it will be unacceptable.
Well, people are going to hear it and say, who are these white guys to weigh in on it? Well,
right.
I would say I have every right to weigh in on it.
We're just people. We're not even saying we're right.
I'm not even saying, like, of course the experience of like Willie and the crowd of that podcast is way different than ours. I understand that. But I think when we get to the point where we're saying somebody wrote a song, if you say to that guy, would you like white people to buy your music? I'm going to guess the answer is probably yes.
Yeah, I would think so.
So, I mean, I don't know. Well,
speaking of all these issues, it looks like the Washington Post has published an investigation into how Bubba Watson was assigned to that garage, and Trump has tweeted out about it as well.
The golfer, Bubba Watson. That's strange. Do you mean Bubba Wallace or no?
Sorry.
No. Both.
Bubba Wallace.
Okay.
Sorry.
We know brushing our teeth is important. It matters what kind of toothbrush you have, and it really matters what kind of toothpaste you're using. Dr. Sheffield invented toothpaste in the 1870s. He was the first one to put it in a tube. Today, they still use Dr. Sheffield's notebooks and recipes from the 1870s, which there's something that's held up from the 1870s. See? Dr. Sheffield.
You're right.
Maybe Mark Twain hasn't, maybe some language hasn't, but Dr. Sheffield has been there all along.
Still not canceled.
Thank God. Visit Dr. Sheffield Certified Natural Toothpaste at drsheffieldnaturals.com. Today you save 10% or go to any CVS or Walgreens, you get $1 off. You head over to drsheffieldnaturals.com. It's great toothpaste. I use it. It's the official toothpaste of the Kirk Minihane Show. And they'll be loud and proud at Saco handing out toothpaste, samples, right?
Excellent.
Correct.
No?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you looking at me for? There's a call to action.
I'm speaking to you, that's why.
They'll be there.
What call to action? I did the call to action. What the fuck are you talking about? Call to action. I hate that. How about the food truck situation?
Yeah, there'll be 3 or 4 food trucks. There'll be a dessert truck. We're going to get a pretty good spread on it. We're going to have hot dogs, of course.
Good.
There'll be popcorn available.
Boy, I got a lot of Red Snapper things tweeted at me over the weekend.
Well, yes. It's the weekend for that, although Peter King doesn't really agree.
Yeah, God, we'll get to that lard in a second.
There'll be a taco truck and I think an ice cream sandwich truck.
Ooh.
Hot dogs, taco, ice cream sandwich, no pizza?
Mainly burgers will be there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like that.
One day. But
I think I'll be there at night when I get there so I can have my dinner.
Yeah, of course.
All right, good. I like that. So I'm gonna.
And also my Uncle Jim will be there selling lobster rolls.
Uncle Jim's going to be there.
Will Uncle Jim be there? Who's he married to, Steve?
Aunt Mary Beth.
It's Aunt Mary Beth.
Yes.
Why is she Aunt Mary Beth?
Because she's not Aunt Mary Beth.
Why is that?
Right.
Aunt Mary Beth flows better than Aunt Mary Beth.
You mean like monthly?
Linguistically.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Ask Uncle Jim about
That'd be amazing if that's how Steve actually did it. It was a menstrual connection
All right,
to the
let me see the tampon.
That's an ant. Long way of saying, head on over to Dr. Sheffield's naturals.com. Dr. Sheffield's naturals.com. There you go. Yeah, and how about that? God, there's nothing makes me worse than having to side with Carrabis in the fight. It physically pains me.
You were all about it last night.
But I hate, you know why? Because I just hate these fucking media frauds. This guy.
I don't even get what did the guy think he was putting out there? Like, what did he think he was doing?
I have no idea.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Sandoval is he's enormous, which is that picture is
piece of shit.
That looks like, I thought it was like a guy with the big blind Mike one. That was like a big Pablo Sandoval.
That's where I was kind of with this guy. If we can put fat shaming aside for a few minutes.
But it's I mean, he is like it's unbelievable.
He looks like he's been sucking on a helium
I have
tank.
never seen an athlete that fat in my life ever.
Right.
You know,
NFL lineman?
That's different though.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like even then,
And that's after he got down to really skinny again, right?
Sandoval.
Yeah.
Did he lose a bunch of weight? Yeah.
He lost a bunch of weight for a while, I think.
Was that after the belt buckle blowing off?
Yes. That was when John Henry said he had 15% body fat or whatever. Unbelievable. So this guy takes a picture of it, sends out the picture. There's not even a debate to try and humiliate Sandoval and to get a reaction.
The tweet was like, hey, look, Sandoval's taking infield.
Yeah, he's throwing well or something.
Picture, huh?
And then the next day, he sees all the comments. I'm sure he gets nervous because these beat writers are pussies. And then he goes after Carrabis because Carrabis hates Sandoval. Whatever.
Well, Carrabis wrote the blog at Barstool saying, "Look what a fat fuck Sandoval
which he is, and he's a professional athlete who makes $20 million a year or whatever he makes.
That's Carrabis' job.
Yeah, and he's a fat fucking. It's embarrassing, and if you're, you should be embarrassed. And this guy's like, oh, the people who did this and then are taking this picture out. I just find that so offensive. You need to be mature. Fuck off, these fucking beat writers.
Well, Carrabis had a good point that he in a previous team he had a fat clause in his contract.
Yeah, the Red Sox.
Yeah, like
maybe it was the Giants.
Yeah. If he got too fat, they would be able to cut him or take away his bonuses.
Fat load. Like I understand the world has changed. I've got that, but like he's a fat fucking load who's an athlete. That doesn't work.
You can't fat shame pro athletes. Where are we? Like who can you?
And this guy is not like this guy's true. I mean, this guy is
fine.
This guy is disgusting. So I mean, I just saw that. And then the other one, of course, is every year July 4th, Peter King, that fucking cunt, has to do his thing where for some reason this is his fucking hill to die on, which is weird.
Why are we promoting overeating?
While there's people starving in the world, it's like, do you want to ship those hot dogs somewhere? Like, I don't even get it. Like, I don't get it.
The other thing about what is it, Andrew Baggerly or whatever the fuck his name is? He said these people that call themselves quote journalists. Has Carrabis ever once said that?
No.
That's what I didn't understand. Is he going after Carrabis because they don't pretend to be journalists?
You gotta understand, like the world has changed. Like this fucking haughty attitude is just so stupid. Like I forget his tweet, but and I tweeted this everything that's wrong with the meeting. It's true. This
it was reminiscent of the stuffy golf reporter going after foreplay. They just know that like Carrabis and Riggs are doing golf content or baseball content better than they ever could.
Right. And they are journalists because they'll get in trouble for the same shit. If Carrabis reports, he'll get shit for it. So why wouldn't you call him that?
This is a few weeks old, but I'll read this guy's quote in a second. But I watched that Riggs video like 30 times of him leaving. Did you see it when he left the golf course after 99 days in North Carolina? It's fucking incredible. And he cries, and it's so weird. You have to watch it. It's bizarre. Andrew Baggerly. Mostly, I'm disgusted by the ugliness and fat shaming from the, quote, media entities, end quote, that co-opted the tweet into mean-spirited content for clicks. I'd encourage those folks to do some soul-searching and personal growth. And until that happens, stop calling themselves journalists. Yeah, I'm sure Carrabis is going to do some soul searching.
I'm saying it's bizarre.
It's disgusting.
Let's talk to his therapist about it.
It is disgusting. I mean, what a douche. Like, can you imagine writing that, honestly? You fucking asshole. Really. I mean, fuck off. Jesus Christ. He took the picture. He's like, I took the picture from a couple 100 yards away. Oh, okay.
That shows how fat he is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that makes it better.
Like he's fat. It's embarrassing. Your job as a journalist should be writing what a fucking embarrassment this guy is.
Also, the whole fat shaming thing. I as a man who's fat shamed, I feel I can speak on this. It's not. No one's proud to be a big fat. And if you are, great. If you say like, yeah, I don't care. I enjoy eating, so I don't mind being this big. Good for you. But no one likes being in awful shape. Like your goal is to lose weight. So of all the shamings, fat shaming seems the most reasonable.
But it's like
but also directly ties into the performance of what he's doing.
Exactly. Like if Tiger Woods showed up to the Masters blind Mike size and Riggs wasn't able to comment on it for fear of fat shaming.
Yes, but of course it would. That's part of that's Baggerly's job. That's part of his fucking job as opposed to defending. It's bizarre.
Well, it's mean-spirited.
But yeah, Peter King is such a hard out. Every year he does this. I don't get it.
I don't know why.
I mean, I gotta say, well, Peter King, he's always been really nice to me. Like I did the old podcast, he jumped right on. When we fought, we had a big fight a few years ago on the show, and he came right. Like he is willing to have the discussion all the time.
Like a nice guy, just a nerd.
Yeah,
like
he's
a weirdo.
Weird things where he's super like what is the issue with this? It's just gluttony, obviously. Is that it?
Well, did your parents ever tell you when you were young and you were like not finishing up your food? You know, there's kids starving in Africa. Finish your plate.
Yeah,
yes.
but I didn't take
that's what he's. Well,
I think it's that. Only he's built it into a cultural.
You don't have any goddamn gumption to do something.
6 years old. I mean,
I'm just saying he's taken that too far.
Yes, I finished my corn at that point. I was 6. Like, what does he want to happen exactly?
I think he wants to get rid of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Why? Yeah. No, why?
Like he wants a more equitable global division
of food. He's a load himself.
Right. I'm sure he's had multiple hot dogs in one sitting.
I mean, he's a pig as well, so I don't really get it. I don't quite understand.
See, the problem is he's going after the king. He should start in Dexter and work his way up through the hot dog eating.
Oh, fuck you guys. Dexter's about to have its own cancellation moment.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Former governor from Dexter.
Former governor from Dexter?
Yeah, a long time ago, like 100 years ago.
Okay.
Brewster. He got a lot of support from the Klan.
Oh.
Never disavowed.
Oh, he didn't? That's not good. So
Never
Dexter's
disavowed.
out, you think?
I think so.
What's Dexter named
I don't think we can go there.
Do we know the origin?
Yeah, I think it was some guy from Massachusetts walked up there in snowshoes.
What's his history?
I don't know. Get to digging, Minifans.
Probably racist.
Man, I gotta say, anybody want to take bets on my fucking Washington State and all that stuff?
Oh, you're 100% right.
Anybody want?
It's just going to be Funland, USA.
The Washington football team is going to be gone. The Cleveland Indians will be gone.
They are gone. They're both going to be gone. Yeah. The Washington Redskins are going to change their team name. The Cleveland, which again, I saw Clancy tweet out how excited I'm going to be about the cancel culture part of it. I have said in the past, they want to change that name. That is essentially the equivalent of calling them the Washington N-word in a way. Like it's just it's a fucking not a great name.
Yeah, I have no.
And if they want to change it, it's their company. They want to change it, they can change it.
My defense of that was always they don't look at it that way. They're not looking at it as a slur that they're using.
Who's they?
Great.
Who cares?
Good for them. I mean,
I'm saying
good for Dan Snyder.
The point of the team name is not inherently. They're not trying to be racist. Honestly, the Indians I have more of a problem with because that's not the reason they're called Indians is wrong. It's like they thought Christopher Columbus thought he was an Indian. And it was like, they're fucking Indians.
Also, the name isn't even the worst part. It's Chief Wahoo.
Well, Chief Wahoo's gone.
They've gotten rid of that.
Wahoo's gone.
Oh, he was still very much out there in
Poor
Cleveland.
Chief Wahoo. There's a big smile on his face. He was enjoying the game. What's the issue?
That's basically like the Native American version of blackface, proudly displayed on hats, and people were still wearing them
on a hat. Yeah.
But we all know how it works. Like once FedEx said we're out, the Redskins said, "All right, well, I guess we're changing our name here." It's like literally like everything else. Like in Massachusetts. Here coronavirus is basically right now gone. Like, and I guess part of me has to say, hey, as I killed Baker and Walsh, well, it's gone.
They did a good job.
But I think the people in the state also did a good job as well. They complied. They did what they wanted to do.
Way more than in Maine or Ohio or Pennsylvania, any of the other states I saw over vacation.
Yeah, I was going to say, Florida. Western Mass seems pretty relaxed.
Yeah, so I mean,
I guess wear a mask if you want, you pussy, but...
Yeah, that's basically the attitude everywhere.
But the way money talks is like, but once it's time for like, Major League Baseball to start, they're like, well, you guys can play. Like, that's fine, because they know how it works in the state. They only care about money. So, that's the ultimate thing. Same thing with the Redskins, same thing with the Indians, when people bail on it. And I have no problem if the Washington Redskins want to change their team name. To me, that's not really cancel culture. Like, you're changing your the football team continues to operate. the money's going to be the same. They're changing the name.
Cancel culture is like that. The communications director at Boeing. I think I sent you guys that article.
Yeah, right.
30 years ago, he wrote an article talking about women serving in the armed forces, which is still today very much like a live debate about what their role should be. And he was basically anti-women serving in the military, and he had to resign as communications director at Boeing.
Well, as I know,
who the fuck cares about that?
My understanding, at least up until a few years ago, like the women, if you
no frontline combat,
were applying for even like the FDNY, right?
Yes, the fire department.
They had a different test.
Yeah, they do. The physical standards are different. Fewer push-ups, fewer sit-ups, less running.
To me, that's ridiculous. Like, I'll be honest.
It's the same across the military, right. But they also, up until, they might have changed this, but for most of my lifetime, they haven't been able to serve in frontline combat roles. It changed because of the nature of Iraq and Afghanistan wars.
To me, like, if you're not as good or not as strong, like, we're not here to do that. We're here to save lives. If you're going up 70 flights of stairs in the middle of a fire, like, because you're a woman, I'm sorry. Like, same as if you're a guy, you're not as strong. You don't get to do it.
The fire department and the military should not be social experiments.
No, well, I mean,
they should also bring that up when they're talking about getting better cops in. The fact that men and women have different categories.
Well, where it can be a social experiment, though, I think is like, for a while, black troops weren't allowed to serve with white troops. That's wrong. Like, you have to integrate and then you learn. But that's different. This is like, we're talking like physically here. We're talking about like trying to save a fucking kid who's in a burning building. It's crazy. Fucking nuts. I don't know.
I mean, if your kid's in the burning building, do you want the 210-pound physically superior male to be going up to save him, or a 140-pound woman who's struggling under the back, an oxygen tank? I don't think they make oxygen tanks small for petite-sized women.
I'm sure there are plenty of women who are strong enough and pass the test and all that.
I'm sure there's plenty of women who would be stronger than me to go into a building.
Great. And that's great too. But as long as everybody passes the same test, I'm fine with that.
I wonder what Gina would say about that, or someone like that. I'd be interested to know, because they do want equality.
Should be a pretzel on that one.
But then there would be fewer women.
Should blame the white guys for that, and then you should be all set. It's not.
I'm learning still how to protest.
We need to go back and listen to Gina. I wonder if Gina will come back on Schnitt Talk.
Well, she's welcome to join us at any time, right?
Yes.
We'll have her on whenever she'd like. This fucking Maxwell story is wild. So she's just like hanging out in this fucking mansion. And
can't believe
the defense Mike was mounting before the show. Appalling.
Oh, unbelievable.
Well, I did say, I believe that's a doppelganger. I think the real Ghislaine Maxwell is dead. Or Ghislaine Maxwell is dead.
Can Ghislaine Maxwell please become a parody account? Ghislaine.
That's where I live.
What lane is that? That's an interesting lane.
That's where I was out in Western Mass this week.
God. Well, Mike's argument is, if you look like one way, like they look 14 is not a great argument.
Right. But it is an argument to be had. It's a discussion to be had. We're all about listening now. And I'm saying, why am I not being listening?
Some reports are saying that she has coronavirus already. Have you seen this?
Oh, no, I did not see that.
They're already doing this.
I know the guy who organized Fire Festival, Billy McDonald, he's got coronavirus. Tiger King has coronavirus. Michael Cohen got released. So good for him.
I saw him on the cover of the Post having like lunch out in the fucking. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, not a good move.
But who is, you could just tell, is shitting his pants is Dave Cullinane's arch enemy, Alan Dershowitz.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Do it, fine, release the videos. I love it. I'd love
Prince
the
Andrew as well. Prince Andrew is working every fucking connection he has. And you know Bill Clinton is too.
Oh, they are. I mean, there's no way that this woman will die. Like, I can't believe, like, they will.
Everyone said that about Epstein. Everyone knew he had a target on his back.
I think that's why, though.
Now she really can't die.
Yeah, like, I think they're going to surround her 24/7. I would think, right?
I'm honestly surprised that she didn't get hit when she was in New Hampshire. Like, New Hampshire's not a very great place to hide out if you're an internationally wanted criminal.
So when they said they found her in New Hampshire on whenever morning that was, I was like, I cannot wait to read the account, because I honestly was like, oh, that's where Walter White was, right?
Yes.
I was like, that's what I pictured,
Yeah, they've been tracking her for a while. They
pay you $5,000 to hang out with me.
No, but it was an all cash purchase for the property.
I know, it's crazy.
Could I trust you to get this to my family?
I thought it was interesting how
these glasses are great. These are wonderful. Thanks.
I thought it was interesting how the Daily Caller located her, because the FBI or the warrant or whatever said 156-acre property, and in that town there was only one property that was 156 acres.
I mean, what was going on pandemic wise helped her out, I would think.
Oh, right? For sure, yeah.
By the way, Mike, absolutely pathetic Sopranos knowledge on some of these.
I know.
That is not.
I know.
Good.
Well, I'm going back and rewatching now.
Good. I think that's important. So when that guy calls you, you'll know what he's talking about.
Yes.
But Dershowitz, this morning, Dershowitz was like, they're talking about video. Fine. Produce the video. Fine. I'm like,
I hereby waive all privacy rights.
I hope they come out with video.
Reach out.
Here's the other thing, dude. Like, you didn't have any privacy rights. You were on a private island. But cool, waive them.
We should reach out. We should reach out to him at some point. He'll come on.
Okay.
Let's have Dershowitz on this week. Just because I love. He is like.
Just tell him we're looking to shoot the breeze.
Yeah, he's looking for venues to defend himself. I'll tell him. I want to talk about this vaccine debate.
Yeah, tell him we're hanging.
Yeah, just say nothing.
This Rushmore thing, Dershey. Can you come talk with us about it?
The election.
Email from your Boston.com email.
But she must, idiot. She must. Will she sing?
She supposedly they're saying that she will, but who knows?
Oh, God.
What can she get for a lighter sentence though? If they've got her for actual child rape, as there are some allegations that she like raped underage women with Epstein, then I mean.
Might just do it as a fuck you.
She's got nothing to lose.
Ship,
yeah, she's got nothing to lose, and there are people powerful enough that she could probably find her way into a 5-year sentence. I mean, look at the deal Epstein got in Florida a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but
no one would have thought he could get that kind of a deal.
But the world has changed now. The light is shining on them now. Like, there's no way she'll get a great deal now. No fucking way.
What if she's got something on Trump and Trump pardons her?
That'd be great.
The strangest thing about all this, the strangest thing about all this is we say like, oh, she can't. There's no way she'll die. Blah blah. Like. We said that about Epstein, and no one cares now. A year later,
everyone generally accepts that he was murdered in a conspiracy to cover up child rape.
So if it does happen, we'll just be joking like, "Hey, Joanne didn't kill herself."
Did you see that Netflix documentary about the billionaire who facilitated child rape for other billionaires and then just died?
Well, I would say the Netflix series definitely brought Epstein back, though. There's a lot of talk when that came out.
Yeah, but he's moved from like one of the most villainous characters in human history to just like a political joke.
And even that documentary was, look how bad this guy is.
Well, she was part of it, though.
Oh, her too. But I'm saying there wasn't a lot of talk about the Clintons or the other celebrities. Or
that's true.
Even Prince Andrew kind of got easy in there.
There was Trump.
There was some Trump, yeah.
There was some Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Boy, Prince Andrew must be shitting himself right now.
Not sweating.
Yeah, not sweating.
Not sweating. Here's what you're talking about, Trump, at 8:33 this morning. Has, at Bubba Wallace, apologized to... Why does he, like... he's always like 2 weeks behind.
He's been instructed that culture wars are going to help him win re-election.
Yeah, you think? Has Bubba Wallace apologized to all of those great NASCAR drivers and officials who came to his aid, stood by his side, and were willing to sacrifice everything for him. Everything. They were. Only to find out the whole thing was just another hoax. That and flag decision has caused lowest ratings ever.
Ooh, so he's going to the bat.
He loves
going to bat for the Confederate flag.
Jesus.
Well, easy 2020, baby.
That's a weird fight. Why get if you're him? Why get in the Confederate flag stuff?
Do you think Biden ever went to Epstein's Island? Another potential pardon route for Ghislaine.
He's not cool enough.
For who?
Ghislaine.
Just Ghislaine?
Ghislaine.
Is it Ghislaine or Ghislaine?
Why do we just call it?
Ghislaine is better.
Madam Maxwell.
Ghislaine is pretty good.
Yeah. Because I'm taking it to her. I'm smearing her.
That's right.
I'm taking it to the penetrator.
Yeah, more like Ghislaine, right?
Yeah, that'll show her.
He had Trump last week, like talking about how much we all miss Roger Ailes. He's a fucking bizarre human being. Bizarre. He's gonna lose too. I'm in now. He's gonna lose.
That's tough.
He's gonna lose.
Well, not with Kanye splitting the vote.
That's true.
Among Democrats.
These idiots too on Twitter who are like, geez, he hasn't even registered yet, Kanye. So we only got 3 months.
I listened to Hard Factor this morning, and they were like, but the thing is, he's not taking it seriously. He's not allowed to run in Texas, Florida, New Hampshire. I was like, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, you think? Jesus. What else we got?
Well, did you see, kind of related to the Portnoy stuff a little bit, the Felger stuff?
Oh, yeah, we can do that for a second. First, let's do ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is a software that I and thousands of the Minifans use every day to protect our data online. We've been using ExpressVPN now for pretty much the whole time, right, Steve?
Yeah, they've been with us for a long time.
Hacking methods have grown even more sophisticated. I know a lot of you guys are working from home. I'm sure 95% of you right now. Even these things are beginning to change a little bit. Without your IT department to protect you, you are shit out of luck unless you have ExpressVPN for the best online protection possible. So, Steve uses it. You go to expressvpn.com/Minihane. You get complete and total protection online. And I mean, look, all stuff we're talking about now, This is a crazy time in history. You can get hacked, you can see all your stuff, all your data. You know, Steve knows better than anybody. He sent out that KirkMinihaneShow.com email, and that is a fucking treasure chest of stealing information.
Oh, it's true. It's true. I know so much about these minifans, and frankly, it's fucking disgusting. So they need to protect themselves with expressvpn.com/Minihane. And it's a cool little program. Runs in the background. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your desktop, your laptop, whatever. And it just kind of anonymizes your data.
expressvpn.com/Minihane, and you get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Protect your internet today with the VPN I trust, and you should trust as well, to keep everything safe. expressvpn.com/Minihane. Yeah, so the Felger thing happens. I have two thoughts on this. Well, first of all, so Cam Newton, we missed. I can't believe we didn't cover this. Cam Newton's going to throw footballs for the Patriots.
It was the biggest breaking news we missed when we were on vacation. I
was devastated when I wasn't able
People wanted to hear your thoughts.
to weigh in on the.
I got so many DMs saying you guys need to come back from vacation to address this Cam Newton situation.
You know what Cam Newton take, honestly, is they're going to cut him in the training camp.
You think?
Yes, that's going to be.
I think he'll be on the roster all year, but he'll be hurt a lot, and it'll just be who gives a fuck signing. Unfortunately, I want him to be good.
Well, it's good for Barstool. I'm sure they sold
I want him to be good.
Patriots fan.
Yeah, I'm sure they sold a ton of those.
Changes my life if he plays well. What's that?
I'm sure they sold a ton of those T-shirts.
Which ones?
They put the Cam Newton wearing that handkerchief on his head on T-shirts. Barstool did.
I saw that. Yeah, great.
You should want him to do well because it diminishes Tom Brady and the grift he's running down in Tampa Bay.
That's true.
Oh boy, is Brady? Brady is all in on this anti-coronavirus. I don't want anybody to get coronavirus. Well, some people I do. But if Brady got coronavirus, A, he'd look like an idiot, and B, that would make that TB12 look so fucking stupid.
It would, yeah. You know? I was so the elderberry syrup didn't protect you, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want him to get it, but I'm just saying if he did.
I was listening to WBZ coming in. They had a Red Sox player on talking about opening up this week, and he was like, "Yeah, I think the season's really going to come on to like which team cannot get coronavirus."
That's an important factor. People are weighing in on that.
Maybe if Jerry Remy breaking that down in the booth.
What do you do? Did you ever listen to like a podcast in the morning or anything?
No. News.
Just WBZ News?
Yeah.
It's news.
Oh, I listened to a really good podcast.
How was the traffic
on the drive?
Threes?
Oh, no traffic whatsoever. But
did they update you on the threes or no?
Yes, they
do.
Good. But I listened to a really good podcast on the way out to Cleveland and back.
What is that?
It was the Yale Political Philosophy podcast. Takes you right from fucking Plato all the way. I got to Rousseau.
The what political philosophy?
To Richard Rousseau, the author?
I don't recognize that word.
No, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the French or the Swiss political philosopher.
You listened to this the whole time?
Yeah, it was great.
What's it called?
It's the Yale, I don't know, the Yale Political Theory podcast.
Do you have any sound of it?
Saying that word.
No, I didn't cut up science.
Let me hear some.
Do you have any sound of it?
Yale. Let me hear some of this exciting. God, play Yale.
God.
Political.
It's college lecture that's been taped.
Your wife? You made your wife listen to this with you?
Yeah, she was into it.
Oh boy,
sure she was.
Poor Ziggy.
Shit.
Oh, he was
trying to kill himself.
Is this the Stephen B. Smith? Stephen A's enemy?
It's white Stephen A. Smith.
Don't look at it. That's your opinion. I don't even know. Open Yale courses on philosophy?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's 50 ratings. The Sovereign State?
Yeah, that's it.
What's the best episode?
I really enjoyed the episodes on Machiavelli, but I think I liked Rousseau more because
those are the new Modes and Orders episodes.
Yeah.
Look at this, Machiavelli, The Prince, chapters 1 through 12 and 13 through 26. We'll just jump in one of them. Let me hear something.
Well, there's a serious debate over Machiavelli and whether he was writing esoterically or not.
Why don't you tell Mike something he doesn't know?
I'm bored by the description of this.
I just want to hear what Steve listens to. My producer, who's supposed to be getting thinking of stuff and ideas when he's in the
maybe
car.
you got some ideas from this.
It's from 2009, by the way, Steve.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, you're talking about shit that's really old. So
Timeless. It's evergreen.
It doesn't really matter.
Well,
history changes. It's always changing.
Here's a little bit of Hobbes.
Well, hold on for a second.
Today, what a joy. What a joy. We start Hobbes. And he's one of the great...
Hold on. Pause this real quick. Hold on. Hold on.
Does he serious when he says that? What a joy.
He seemed like he got more excited than him. How did you find this?
I was looking for a podcast about Machiavelli.
So you searched Machiavelli?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the one you hit. This guy's sort of tone didn't turn you off at all?
No, it's actually, I found it a very intriguing podcast.
You gotta remember, among the Machiavelli commentators, this guy's the king.
He's the wild card?
Yeah.
He's one of the few who addresses Spinoza's suggestion that perhaps Machiavelli wasn't truly giving instructions to the Medici family to be tyrants.
When he does that, you literally hear him put his balls on the table or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're bombing down I-80 listening to this?
Yeah, I'm coming into Buffalo.
Okay. So you're taking, you're on 90 at that point.
Yeah.
Right. You're going through Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, upstate New York, which I like. I like that part of the country.
Decent drive.
I like it. So go ahead. Please.
Thomas Hobbes was the author of the first and I believe undoubtedly the greatest work of political theory written in the English language.
This just reminds me of schoolwork. Like I'm in school not paying attention.
I say I'm also not listening to this like I didn't listen in school.
Prose and his work.
This is one of these ones where you're like, for me back then, there were no phones.
very
Like, I'm
greatest
not looking at the clock. I'm not looking at the clock.
This or any
What?
other
It's been
language.
2 minutes?
Leviathan is to prose what Milton's Paradise Lost.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Steve?
Sponsored by Milton's.
Think about that.
Steve thinking.
Hobbes was in many ways a perfect foil.
Hold on. Do you agree with that, Steve?
A perfect foil. Well, you got to let him finish his statement.
We don't know what he's
Perfect foil to Machiavelli is right.
Or Machiavelli.
Okay, do you agree with that statement?
I don't know about perfect. I mean, Hobbes had his own problems. I'm more of a John Locke guy.
So when you're in the
than a
car
Hobbes guy.
from Lost? So when you're
Yes.
when you're in the car, do you pause it and sort of say, "Just you know what? That's not," or do you just listen to it commentary, or do you just not?
Sometimes we'll pause it and we'll have a conversation.
Have a
about
discussion about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Because it gets into later. It gets into like John Locke really laid the foundation for American politics, and in some ways
he couldn't move. He moved his foot on the island.
What's that?
John Locke. That was the best episode, I thought. No? Is Walt on there too or no?
the debates that John Locke was having internally in his writing are some of the same debates that we're still having today. Like the tension between John Locke and Rawls is really like the main political debate.
How great is it? This guy's name is actually Stephen B. Smith.
Just the antithesis of Stephen A. Smith.
If somebody doesn't put together a Stephen A. and Stephen B. discussion, you're not allowed to listen to the podcast anymore. Okay, let me hear more from my man Stephen B.
He played the part of Dr. Watson.
He likes this analogy.
Sherlock Holmes.
He uses this one a lot.
It's a go-to for him, for Stephen B.
Hobbes, in other words, carried out what Machiavelli had helped to make possible. Machiavelli, you remember, claimed to have discovered a new continent, new modes and orders. It was Hobbes.
I swear I tell the Warthog, if there's any notes, just let me know after class.
This guy's more exciting than Warthog, I will say that.
Machiavelli, you might say, cleared the brush.
Is there any humor? Does the guy break balls at all or no?
It's like professor jokes, which are a lamer version of dad jokes.
Oh, I want to hear those.
There's one, I forget which podcast it was in, but there's one where someone's cell phone goes off and he goes, "Oh, is that for me? If it's my wife, tell her I'll call her later." And then he laughs to himself for 30 seconds solid.
The implication being that his wife is calling a student or something?
He's just trying to make a student feel uncomfortable for turning their phone on during a class.
So there you go. Stephen B. Smith. So you can go to what's it called, Steve?
The Sovereign State, Introduction to Political Philosophy, Yale political
I was looking
series.
for some good podcasts. I didn't that was not the one I would have gone to, but there you go.
Now you know.
Stephen B. Smith. All right, so
Broadening the
where are we
horizons.
going before that?
But you know what? Maybe after listening to that, this is not the show that should be talking about with the black experience.
Maybe we should have Stephen
Listen
B.
to
on.
Machiavelli.
Yeah, maybe.
Conversations.
So Felger and Maz, if you don't know, are a sports show in Boston who are very successful. Later on this week, you're going to find out exactly how successful they are. It's going to be part of my celebration on, I believe, Thursday's show when we go over the ratings book, which I cannot wait for. And it's going to be a rough week at WEI also. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah.
So they talked about Cam Newton, and this is basically, you have the cut, Steve?
I do.
All right, this is what they said.
How about culture? Like even something as simple and seemingly innocuous as the dapping, the Supermaning, all the celebrating and showboating on the field. They don't want you doing that here. So Cam Newton has celebrated more than any player in the league maybe over the last decade. Something as simple and innocuous as that.
I've always got along fine with, boy, I just find that unlistenable now, though. Like, forget the content. Like, oh, my God.
Why is he dropping his G's?
What do you mean?
Why is he saying celebrating?
He's talking to the kids.
Dapping.
He's talking to the kids.
It reminds me of like
Hillary jiving at least.
It reminds me of Hillary Clinton when she's in a southern, predominantly black state.
Yeah,
I don't feel no ways, Ty.
Yeah, taking on that affect.
Yeah, remember that? What was her sound? It was, I feel no ways.
I don't feel no ways, Ty. I just probably had that.
I'm sure you do. I've never felt more confident you have a soundbite. If only Joe Biden had said it. It was like that time John Kerry he's like, I'll have Deesums and Dems. Remember he's like some like gun shop or something? You're like, what are you fucking doing?
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was a bad dude.
I don't feel no ways tired.
Now, yo.
Oh, God. What are you doing?
I'll tell you something right quick.
What the fuck are you doing?
But it is kind of weird that he's like, I don't think that the entire segment is in and of itself like, you know, what critics were saying, that it's racist.
It's funny you say that because I listened
dropping
to it.
his G's it's like, what are you doing that for?
We'll play the rest.
I listened to it and I had to work to make it. I was like, I guess.
Oh, please. I got what they were saying, but I mean, Jesus. I mean, come on.
But you think he'll be able to contain it?
We're looking at this. But
I
they're
think Bill's going to
searching.
give him a little latitude on that one. That's what I think.
I hope he doesn't. I like that about the Patriots. I like that.
Now, keep in
I
mind
like
here,
that they don't ride each
this is
other
the
like
audio
ponies
of
after
it. So if there's any doubt, it's also on television. Matt Riley completely in blackface here.
That was the weirdest part.
They haven't even acknowledged
that.
it.
I can
He's
understand.
been doing that for
why
months.
it
And
would
they don't
bug
even,
people.
maybe he's just snapped during coronavirus, but nobody's even discussing that.
But again, it's satire.
Well,
he's
that's
commentating
true. That's true. He's satirical in nature.
games or after touchdowns or whatever. I like they don't waste our time.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy's a different kind of cat, though.
No dice on the Superman.
I bet you they allow it, or I bet you. Put it this way.
First of all, all right, enough. I
awful.
kill myself before I have these conversations. Thank God I don't have to do that anymore because Jerry would be fully into that.
What do you think? Cam Newton celebrating, yay or nay? Should he do
Not
it?
celebrating.
Celebrate.
White power.
Oh, Jerry, please, just leave it alone, Jerry. God. Anything else, Jerry, or no?
Nazi stuff.
What do you mean?
I was in the clubhouse all the time.
What does that have to do with
Jerry,
this?
he just can't stop saying it.
I've never seen somebody confess so much and not be arrested for that.
Bob Kraft's wiener.
But so, like, here's the so the person to blame for this is our buddy Funhouse.
Yes.
Who isolated it and sent it out. He's clearly, like, Felger in a way has become the new Francesa.
Yeah, Funhouse seemed to be calling it boring, right? I don't think he was calling it
Oh,
racist.
I don't
No, Funhouse knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I forget but it was a very leading headline. So, and it
He
became,
did say the next day he said, "Ha ha." Here's
Right.
Stephen A. talking about it.
right. Stephen A. or
Max Kellerman as well. Not Stephen B.
no
Stephen A.
How about Stephen B. and Stephen A. instead of Max Kellerman?
Now that's fascinating.
Or Stephen B. and filling in for Stephen A. Just they don't even say it
That's
for a
an
week.
interesting debate.
So-
Stephen A. and Stephen B. having a conversation about whether we can still venerate the founding fathers despite them holding slaves.
That's a great conversation. Or Mount Rushmore, right?
Yeah.
So like here's the thing about Felger and Maz. If you don't know the show, they'll pick anything, and their thing is let's be as negative as we can about it.
Yeah, I'll say this. Felger in that clip sounds like a cranky old white guy.
that's what
you
he
know
is.
why? Because he's a fucking cranky old white guy. That's just what he is.
I don't think in his bones he's racist. I don't. I think if they had signed a white quarterback who did the same thing that had the discussion.
guys.
Well, it
What?
comes up in that clip.
New video is dropped, and it's us.
Well, is it really?
Yes.
Is it really?
Whoa. All right.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, it's on Bubba Wallace, rather.
That's the one
That's
they're
not going to
dropping?
help. That's not going to help,
Yes.
Steve.
It's simple-minded people like that, the ones that are afraid of change. They use everything in their power to defend what they stand up for. And
this is where I
trying to listen.
Wait,
and
hold on.
understand.
Who's talking there in the first place?
That was Bubba Wallace.
That's
the clip of him.
So this
Us
is
listening to
the
it.
site?
Yes, Resist Programming, the same account that tweeted out the videos, and it says recent Barstool segment. Anyone with a quote, anyone with a fucking brain doubted the Bubba Wallace news story.
Well, it's
just going to be a minute and a half of you, I think.
that's fine. It's also moving my lisp, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to listen to that.
That makes
But
it
here-
seem foolish.
But here's the thing, like, wasn't it? I mean, I do have doubts about that story.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I doubt racism. Racism exists.
That's a weird one to go back a week or less than a week whenever we did that.
Knock yourselves out. I mean, whatever. That's what they've got.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they quote me as saying that structural racism is foundational to the left-wing belief system.
So what?
But isn't that just true?
Well, let's say it's not true. So what? What does it even matter?
I don't think there's anything in that conversation.
Yeah, I don't think
we
that
would
one blows
take
up.
back,
But
really.
we'll see.
Well, please, you never know. But like, what was I don't remember. What was the main takeaway of the conversation? I just hate listening to the voice. No,
It was just
God,
it was just in retrospect, like you should have been skeptical about it, and
But I remain skeptical about it, though.
Yeah, of course.
The fucking. I mean, I hate to say it. The president of the United States just said he doubts it.
Well, I don't know if that's who
I don't
side
know
we
if
want to be
so.
on.
We don't want to cast lots of him.
I'm
but-
just saying it's part of the dialogue in the country. Like,
Sure.
I don't, the noose was put there, whatever it was, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, or
Like,
like 8 months ago.
Like, what are we doing? Like, this is what they have?
Evidently.
That's disappointing. Jesus
Hold on a second.
Christ.
This show was sent to the email list, right?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, but how hard is it to sign up if you're an enemy?
It's an unlisted. Well, no, an enemy can sign
someone
up.
who's going after.
I'm sure Zonker signed up in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
More evidence. This all goes back to K. Marco.
Wow.
This entire thing goes back to K. Marco.
See? So I don't even see it here.
The it's only got a couple likes now. The handle is at RZST Programming.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But the I mean, the thing is, I fucking forgot about Bubba Wallace, but like, of course, I doubt that story. I would stand by that all day. That's fucking insane.
It was always. I mean, if you just have basic journalistic skepticism,
and if
you're gonna ask some questions which weren't being asked.
No, but this is us talking about the FBI report. It's not before. Like,
but even if it is, like, it's ridiculous. You know, well, if Steve's a target, that's a different conversation. Then I'm happy to jump on.
It'd be great if it's just one thing I said at the end, and it's like, I guess we'll fire Mike. I'm like, no, wait, we just had this conversation about.
I mean, I'm definitely pleased. I'm not. Well, yeah, but I'll play. I want to hear some of the sound. Actually, go ahead, because I hate hearing my voice. But go ahead.
Like that, the ones that are afraid of change, they use everything in their power to defend what they stand up for. And
this is where I'm
trying to listen and understand.
So this is where I say, like, he's not Smollett, of course, but like you in a perfect world should have to respond. You should have to own that statement. You won't have to just float away. The person on The View, I'm sure, didn't follow up. The person on The View, of course, frames it like, what do you say about some people? That person has doubts. Every single human being had some level of doubt.
Yeah, you hear that, Mike? Hold on, pause. You hear that sounds like the S is sound on that thing?
I see. I'm still
you
not
know,
making
Single
sense.
person.
It does sound. What's that?
Every single person has some level of
What's
doubt.
going on? This is ridiculous. I want some answers.
You sound like
feeling
Sid. You sound like Sid from Ice Age.
I do. I sound like the guy from.
I'm still not picking up on it.
Mike is like deaf and blind.
Anybody with a fucking brain said, geez, that seems really, really strange. I wonder if that's exactly what happened. And, simple-minded and again.
Hold on, I can't listen because I'm not laughing at the content of my voice. Hold on, pause it for a second. So far, I mean, am I missing something here? I don't.
No, I think this is
swing and a miss on that.
Yeah,
part?
swing and a miss on this one.
No, I think this is directed to one man and one man only. S.E. Robinson.
You think so?
Yes. What's a pull away quote from it? You're saying?
The pull away quotes are: anyone with a fucking brain doubted the Bubba Wallace news story. Wallace played the, quote, "you're a racist" card on The View, and structural racism is foundational to the left-wing belief system.
What is wrong with it? I don't understand.
I think that's true.
Well, also, even if it isn't, like, there's much, I could send them much better stuff from Barstool years ago if they just reached out. That's what they've got.
Well, KFC thinks that you have.
That's true. He may be right.
It does feel
what
like
KFC's going to say now is more of like, now he's going to make himself look like, he's putting video of himself and say, how could it be me?
Well, he did reply. There was someone tweeted at him over the weekend and he replied, who's been canceled? So he's kind of sticking to we still have our job, so we weren't canceled.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's technically true. Well,
Wouldn't it be amazing if Portnoy uses this as
fires
a pretext to fire us?
He might. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, that is weak shit. Really?
I guess, yeah. Unless it gets worse. I don't know.
I mean, I remember.
But it doesn't.
No.
We couldn't remember if it did.
I have a whole.
It was a week ago.
The whole thing is, that's. Again, like, journalists are getting mad at other journalists for not doubting stuff. I'm sorry. I have serious doubts about that story. I just do.
That's got Zonker written all over it because it's a half-assed.
That is, for sure. Total Zonker.
Yeah, totally half-assed. I think what that suggests to me is that they don't have another round in the chamber, if that's what they're going to.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, I'll be curious to see if that picks up any steam.
It will be great if everyone sells us out. It's like,
fire
this
these
is
guys.
racist.
Fire these assholes. So on the Felger thing, like, he's criticized Gronk for celebrating. He's criticized.
He does in that clip. He criticizes Gronk.
Right. So I mean, it's like, I get what they're saying. Like you said, it's a cranky old white guy talking about a black quarterback celebrating. Like, so I get where he sounds out of touch. I will certainly grant you that. But what do they now? You're looking for hidden races. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
That's my point with the Liz Gonzalez thing from earlier. It's like, are you saying that he's a racist, or are you saying that you caught him in something that technically sounds like it could be racist? Because if that's the case, then what's the point of any of it? You'll find every single person, black, white, Hispanic, anything, saying shit that could be twisted into being offensive.
Sure, but that's what we're doing now. I mean, this is it. We're going to try and take everyone down. Now, I mean, like, you can't do anything to Felker. Like, that's not one of those suspendable. Like, how could you possibly do that? But it gained steam. ESPN talked about it. Everyone thought this guy's racist, and that sort of
Did
thing.
you hear what Kellerman said? No surprise coming out of that area.
Right, yeah. What does he know? It's so stupid. The only thing that bothers me is, like, this rush to defend from the other Boston journalists in town, where, like, if Jerry and I were in that situation, they wouldn't say a fucking word. They wouldn't say, if we said the exact same thing, they wouldn't say a fucking word.
Right,
like the Tomasis was a big fucking phony, went and defended them and all these people. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they're just inconsistent. They just because they like him or because they know Felker's like a big liberal.
Did,
so, I mean,
did Trenny weigh in on this one?
I
didn't see.
I don't know that. I don't follow
watched
her.
by
I don't
her.
know. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Well, like Chris Gasper, I understand because he's on that show, or what? I don't know if he still is, but he was
He
like a
works for the
weekly guest
station.
on that show. Yeah,
Yeah.
So like that, I understand.
Well, yeah, I guess. But what if you don't feel that way?
No, I'm saying I understand why he would rush to defend them and not necessarily rush to defend
But
you guys because he's on that show.
But Tomasi
was on your show.
Well, yeah, Tomasi in that sensitivity thing was like, I don't feel comfortable working here because of the tenor. I'm like, well,
right.
There's no different than that, which is just you're asking fucking questions.
Yeah,
it's insane.
They're allowed to do it, but there's always been stuff. I don't want that show to be canceled, or I don't want him to get fired or anything. But there's always been a tone on that show when they talk about women or whatever that I'm like, it doesn't offend me in any way, but I'm always
it's a
like,
double standard.
I'm surprised they get away with some of that
totally.
shit. Yeah.
Completely. Which was always my issue. I don't want them to get any trouble either, but let's all hold each other the same standard. Like,
if you ever hear Maz talk about how, literally, he'll say how hard he is when Dustin Johnson's wife is on the screen.
Right.
I'm like, how do you get away with that? That's surprising.
I remember he called some golf reporter a bimbo once.
Yeah,
and I was
yummy,
like, well,
he said
yeah.
before,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, what's the difference? Like, and Chad Finn retweeted, I think, Tomasi's thing about how great Felker about how nice they are. I'm like, this is fucking unbelievable. Like, this,
Maybe.
But what was that, Fred?
Maybe.
Level of Steve, 1 to 10 level that this actually turns into something today.
I would say there's a 30% chance. It's crazy times, man. It's crazy times.
That's true. I would say
like 5 or 6 months ago, nah, but it's crazy times.
But no matter
nothing. It's nothing.
No matter what it turns into, though, it's not fucking using the N-word.
No,
I know Mike did in that show. I haven't found it yet. But
that might drop later. They just tweeted out another video coming. So.
Of us?
Yeah.
Did they really or no?
I think it's probably going to be the Mike N-word stuff.
Okay.
Oh, good. We deleted that. That one we didn't release.
That's funny that's...
I might have handed it to him.
That's amazing. That's the best they've got.
That's rough.
Oh.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, no, it's the third best they've got. They released the first show.
True. Yeah. Jeez, good for Dave. Man, he must have done a lot of scrubbing. What? Anything else?
Well, Sean King is coming to Boston with Rachel Rollins to clean up.
I don't want to talk about that. That's fucking unbelievable. Somebody took Sean King down this weekend too. I forget who it was.
Oh,
is the woman who did the
you ripped off some guy or something?
There's that famous painting of the signing of the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence. Maybe
crossed out or
they
something?
put a red dot over everyone who owns slaves, just as a visual representation.
And Sean King was like, look what I did.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It's fucking phonies, man.
Sean King is the strangest existence because everyone hates him so much, but he still has his following.
I know. Yeah, it's bizarre. All right. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything here. Am I forgetting anything, Steve? Mike?
Simply Safe?
We'll get Simply Safe in a second. Well, it's been 2 weeks. Well, although we've been kind of semi-active, so it's not like we've missed much. I mean, 2 weeks ago I thought we were going to be fired, so, who knows? Of course, we may be fired today.
Where do we stand on that? I'm sure people
I think, like we said, we have an open mind. We had a good conversation with Erica, and we'll see where it goes. I'll be curious. There were a lot of words, and we'll see if there's any action. But even little things like today, it'll annoy me if they bring this up, because I'm gonna be like, you'd be fucking kidding me. Like, really?
Right,
like,
with everything you're going through.
Like, please, as opposed to just saying this is a fucking site that's trying to, and I have no doubt Zonker keyed them on that.
It just sounds like something.
No doubt. Yeah. And again, I'm trying to move past it, but it's somebody who they, have enabled and have worked with people within the company who have been quiet.
Inflated his ego.
Yeah, I'm not going to, I've moved on. The guy's an asshole. They're both assholes. Fine. But we'll see. Yeah, so.
But with racism running rampant throughout the company, that hasn't swayed you one way.
Well, it's certainly not helped.
Okay.
Has Dave apologized to you? Does he know about?
Many times. Yes, he's been very apologetic. All right. Simply Safe. Yeah, jeez. Obviously, Simply Safe's with us forever as well. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. Free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. You order online with a click of a button. Open the box. Place the sensors. Plug it in. Your home is protected all the time. We know this. They've been designed easy to use while protecting your home 24/7. Best overall home security of 2020 by U.S. News and World Report. It's 50 cents a day. And you get a 60-day money-back guarantee and free shipping. You're not going to want that guarantee. You're going to keep it. It's SimpliSafe. Keeps your home nice and safe. I use it. I was able to set up dummy than I am. SimpliSafe.com/Kirk. SimpliSafe.com/KIRK. Let them know the Kirk Minihane Show sent you. Help us out. Help yourself out. Help them out. SimpliSafe.com/KIRK. Some weird, I don't know, the Minifans get restless over a 2-week period, but a lot of weird, drunk videos and just strange stuff. Fucking get your shit together. I know Mike can't lecture anybody,
listen, but I can understand.
But Jesus Christ, bizarre stuff.
People are having fun. It's the holidays.
Why do you have to film yourself when you're that hammered?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'll tell you why. You think you're making a cogent, interesting point.
You're not.
But you think you are.
Right.
You think, finally, I've got the confidence to say what I've always been thinking.
I don't really get it. I don't understand that. But yeah, we had our guy BA do it, and then there you go. But Jesus.
Not as many civil wars as usually break out.
No, it was surprising. Because there's so much going on. They were going at Barstool and all that, so they had their battles to take up.
I'm sure they went out and they completely changed Dave Portnoy's mind about the Minifans with their strident defense of his speech.
They did. I think they did.
Yeah, the Minifans are pretty loyal. There was not a lot of in-house loyalty for Dave. I'll say that. People were fleeing left and right.
No, they made some good points.
A lot of quiet social media.
I wonder if he'll remember that or if he understands. I'd be curious for his perspective.
Well, during the whole cancel Jamel thing, a lot of people brought that up. It's like, hey, look at who's defending you and who isn't.
Yeah. But that argument. Oh, the racists will defend you, of course. Those Minifans who were all racist.
I guess so. Yeah.
Fucking stupid shit, which is just so dumb. But yeah, there was 2 weeks worth of YouTube stuff. I was on a couple of times. It seemed like it was fine. I didn't see all of it.
Yeah, I think everything ran smoothly.
Yeah, good. What's the YouTube look like this week? Just back to normal?
I think so. Yeah, back
Drinking
to
buddies
the
run
normal
last
schedule.
night?
The only other thing is, Menner's now soliciting ideas for podcasts on his network.
What?
You see this, the Piccolo podcast?
It's okay.
He's trying to pitch his own little production business now.
That's great. He can do it. I mean, he's got to leave us, obviously, if he's going to do that.
Oh.
But that's okay. If he's good luck.
Poaching our clients.
Some people, I would never suggest this, but some people were suggesting that he wasn't in this to do a fan show. He was. There was a self-interested motive underlying
I wouldn't have
all
got
of this.
that.
I would never have suggested that, though.
Well, if he wants to do that, good luck. That's what I would say to people. We're not canceling anybody. Good luck. Go do your thing, and reach out whenever you want. Maybe we'll promote you. Maybe we won't.
Put another shrimp on the barbie.
That's it. I guess. But yeah, he was very proud of himself what he did the last 2 weeks. I'm like, you fucking got a bunch of Zoom calls.
He got the gang together. No, I appreciate that.
It was fine. I mean, it was a little repetitive, I thought.
Hey, much like MHB and DEC kept you relevant while you were gone.
That's true.
Off the waves.
That just kept you relevant.
Yeah, that is true. All right, so I'm trying to think if we're missing anything else in the big picture story here for today. Our first day back in 2 weeks.
I'm sure the way things have been going, some news story is going to drop the second you walk out that door.
That's okay. I don't mind that, honestly. But yeah, I'll be curious to see if we get in there tomorrow and this thing blows up or not. My guess is, again, I have a pretty good nose for it, but my guess is no, only because there's no holy shit gotcha thing.
No.
Right. There's not that, but there's not the N-word. There's not the Kaepernick element.
Tweeted out 15 minutes ago, and it's got 154 views.
Yeah, but just wait, though. I mean, yes, but all it takes is one.
Jamel.
That's it.
She's true.
But even if she does that, it's kind of it's just not, first of all, we're not Dave. And secondly, there's no, holy shit. I don't know. I mean, the Bubba Wallace thing to me seems to be a perfectly fair conversation to have. I'd have it today. Nothing's changing my mind.
Well, I mean, we said we had it a week ago. 2 weeks ago. It's not like they dug up.
I actually think it was 2 weeks ago.
It might have been 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to use the Dave Portnoy excuse. Look, it was 2 weeks ago. Okay?
We evolved. Now we're listening.
Jesus Christ. Oh, well. Yeah, so we'll see. What's funny is I thought there was a chance it was going to be us. It could always be us.
I kind of figured, because who else?
Well, Zonker. I just figured that he was going to do his thing.
That you got enemies, but also if you talk about the hard subjects, you leave yourself open to misinterpretation.
Sure, but
that's the thing. They're not going to, even if there is something on Ellie or whoever.
No, but my thing was going to be some 2014 rundown or something.
Right.
That's what I just assumed would be the lead candidate, but I guess not. So there's actually still a few tickets left for the second drive-in show as well. If you go to KirkMinihaneShow.com, yes. I think, right?
Yes.
So that's good. So if people want to go to that, back-to-back nights. So Saturday and Sunday, was it 25th and 26th?
Yes,
right?
correct.
Jesus God.
The first one's officially sold out?
Yes.
Because there was some, like, people had to refund because they bought too many tickets or whatever.
I think it is.
Yeah, because they added a wait list. So any ticket they refunded automatically got
Went to
given
the wait
away.
list, yeah. So that one's sold out. And then the second one as well. And then we'll do all that, and we'll be back tomorrow, I guess, covering all this stuff. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to move on from this story. But I doubt that's going to happen, to be honest with you. I kind of know how this stuff works.
Pray for us.
Oh, I mean, if I have to have a fucking call today with people about this fucking cut, I give up.
It'd be great if it was things you and Steve said, and Dave was just like, just fire Mike and we're good.
Fine.
Like, guys, no, we had this whole thing.
I just hope it doesn't blow. I just hope it
Remember?
doesn't blow up because my fucking lisp on that thing. That's my biggest concern.
Jamel Hill's like, listen to how embarrassing this is for Kirk.
This guy's a broadcaster? This guy talks for a living?
This one's going to get 270 million views.
I guess I could defend and say, no, that's not what I said. That's what I sounded like.
That's not what I said.
What's this? Lispy Seamus is trending on Twitter.
Hear that voice again?
Minded people like that, the ones that are afraid of change, they use everything in their power to defend what they stand up for. And
this is where I
trying to listen and understand.
So this is where I say, like, he's not Smollett, of course, but like.
It's not so bad right there, though. It gets worse.
In a perfect world, you should have to respond. You should have to own that statement. You won't have to
throw that
Minihane went on to say, suffering succotash.
About some people, that person has doubts. Every single.
Oh, speaking of doubts, by the way, Steve, it seemed like a lot of people have tweets. I got nobody believed your knife story, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody believes that you were wandering around and you saw a knife in the tree.
I wasn't wandering around. I knew right where it was.
But what made you go find it?
I looked up and saw it.
But that seems strange.
Stumbled upon a knife.
But nobody else saw it?
Well, no, they saw it. They know that's Steve's knife.
Oh, okay. All right, Steve. And the other thing is, like, is this the real Harlan Ackerson who's on Twitter now?
Could be.
You don't know that, though.
I don't know for sure.
Have you seen that, Mike? Where he's been kind of tweeting. And
I just assumed it was the other Harlan. I just didn't think it was real.
Because now some people think it's actually him.
Oh, boy.
The picture is him.
That is him, but that doesn't mean anything.
Nah, they could have found that.
Right. But he's giving out information.
Does it seem like him?
I just don't know him well enough. Honestly, the last time I saw him was that dog eating contest.
Yeah, it's like Borg and McEnroe. Like, they don't really get close.
Right. Yeah. They're linked together forever,
right.
but they don't
it's
actually.
Hard. There's a respect. It's like Wilt and Russell. They never really got that friendship.
Yeah.
For Ali and Frazier, you know? Right. Steve and Harlan. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. So thanks to Simply Safe, obviously our great friends at Milton's, ExpressVPN, Dr. Sheffield, all the great sponsors. Man, there's this one story. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, I would love to we should do this Globe diversity story tomorrow.
Oh, yes. The great Brian McGrory.
This is a beautiful story where Brian McGrory is now, I'll just give you one little nugget. One little nuggerino here. Let me see here. Toward the end of it, I think. Oh. The Boston Globe is now a newspaper. Part of their initiative is launching a Right to Forget initiative that allows people to appeal their presence in a story from the Globe archives and ask it to be delinked from search engines. That includes, but is not limited to, someone charged and even convicted of nonviolent crimes. So you can... So
just anyone.
If you're convicted of a crime that's nonviolent, like, whoever, Craig Carton.
Yeah.
You can go, or Bernie Madoff. You can go to the Globe and say, can you take this out of your history as a newspaper?
That's good.
I don't think they're thinking about the Madoffs of the world.
Well, neither do I, but that's what that's what they're opening up.
I think it's more like if you got busted for shoplifting when you were 18, and that's the top Google search result for your name because you're not otherwise a public figure, that's going to dog you for the rest of your life and prevent you from being unemployed. That's actually the part of it that I agree with. Like the right to be forgotten, I think, is important.
So a newspaper chronicled something that happened in history that day, and you think it should be removed from the news?
Yeah, but should that person's life be ruined and never able to get a job ever because they were 18 and made a mistake?
So you want newspapers to eliminate things they've reported that are accurate?
If a person has
that is such a slippery slope, you have no idea.
Are people not getting jobs because of shoplifting?
We already eliminate someone's criminal record after 7 years.
Sure. Okay.
From
great.
a background check.
Great.
A background check is still going to pull it up even if the newspaper gets rid of it.
No, you think newspapers should start doing that?
If you shoplifted when you were 18 years old, would you want that to be the top Google search result for the rest of your life?
No, but they probably shouldn't have done it. And
well, of course, I'm arguing for shoplifting.
And also, the newspaper's job is to deliver the news of the day. And by the way, I don't think there's a lot of Boston Globe stories of 18-year-olds shoplifting.
Yeah, the news of the day, but not the.
The Boston Globe does not cover 18-year-olds shoplifting.
Just the general
Macy's.
principle.
I can get why you wouldn't want that to be your top Google search.
Like shit, of course not. But you having newspapers eliminate stories they wrote that are accurate.
If I was 18 years old,
fucking crazy.
If I was 18 years old and I got a DUI in Maine, there would be a police blotter in the Bangor Daily News, still accessible via search, and for a long time it'd be the top search result that comes back.
Right,
when
and
you
I would say that's
Maine.
unfortunate, but I also say that's a consequence of your actions.
Yeah,
shit.
But does the punishment fit the crime if it's even more minor than a DUI?
Well, should an employer be able to know that?
Why is the newspaper part of the punishment scheme we have in this country?
They report crime.
Should an employer be able to know if you got a DUI 7 years ago or whatever?
Well, criminally, we've set up no.
So then,
because the criminal record clears after 7 years for most offenses.
If you apply for a job, right? If you apply for a job and somebody does a Google search and saw you shoplifted 14 years ago, they are not going to fuck it. You're going to get the job.
What if it's a job at McDonald's? You think if it's
or
a job
a security guard? Or
yeah.
Okay, well then maybe that's part of the conversation though too, as well. I mean, maybe they should be held to a higher standard.
I just think newspapers for themselves, that little a news story from 10 years ago about some guy who was shoplifting has no news value at that point. The only people who are going to find it are the people who are searching for that individual's name at the job hiring process or something like that.
Crazy. Newspapers are talking about eliminating history. That is nuts. It's
actually an interesting debate though, because it doesn't exist before this generation. Really,
they
didn't have to worry about it 50 years ago.
To me, it's not even an interesting debate. To me, it's a non-starter. Their job is to chronicle history, fair or unfair, not eliminate it.
Yeah, I don't think some
nuts.
guy stealing a Snickers bar from a Rite Aid is history.
Well, good.
Would that be in the paper?
Print out all the Boston Globe stories about that. Like, put them on the table.
All right, I'll do some research. I'll find some
the guy who stole Snickers.
some petty crime stories.
Great.
I'm sure there were. I mean, the Boston Globe wasn't always as woke as it is now.
What if it's
for the longest time, and still today, newspapers generally carry a column that was written by police,
what if it's
not by a Globe
What if a
reporter.
celebrity did it?
That's different. That's it. But her search result wouldn't be that top thing. This is not about powerful people. This is about protecting like people who don't have a Wikipedia page. People whose first thing Google is going to spit out.
Figures.
Like Google is basically a machine that spits out nasty information about them if they have that story in their past. It's just like they're already underprivileged enough. They don't need this additional thing hanging around their necks. And also, if they can't get a job because they shoplifted 10 years ago, then you're going to pay for their welfare benefits. You're going to pay for their Medicaid benefits. So I'm in favor of newspapers allowing people to. I think the public benefit of keeping that is less than the public benefit of getting rid of that information.
It's a slippery slope like you wouldn't believe.
That's
my issue. Because then people say, well,
then you can get rid of other.
You just said nonviolent acts, nonviolent criminals.
But I don't think crime. I don't think that they're going to be setting up, after 5 years, all of these news articles
go away. There's going to be the lawsuits. I guarantee you. They're going to say, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So
sure, but if it's still completely within their discretion.
Terry Anderson stole 12 fucking boxes of devil dogs, right? So that was the lead thing when you look up his name. Okay. Bernie Madoff did this. Mm-hmm. Michael Milken did this. Why? What's the difference?
So the issue is more with Google than the newspaper.
Well,
of course it is.
Well, I mean, but what?
This is not the newspaper's responsibility.
But what benefit does Bernie Madoff have now to file that lawsuit?
Whomever, Steve. You know what I mean? Somebody got out after going to jail. Craig Carton.
Okay.
If you look up Craig Carton, if you look up Craig Carton, what do you think is the first thing you see?
The gambling stuff, but still,
right. So
that was such a big story though that it doesn't really resonate. Like we're talking about people who go in and say, hey, my name's Mike Geary and I'd like to work at this McDonald's, and they don't know.
I got arrested when I was 16. Exactly. I don't think it exists anymore.
Well, as a minor, it wouldn't matter.
Okay. So my dad used to work with this guy. His name was Mickey Wiles. He worked in the Microcom in Norwood. Was a very nice guy. Like, it was a good friend of my dad's. Knew him, really well. Turned out he went to jail later on, next company he went to, for embezzlement in 2005. Embezzlement. Mm-hmm. And this is a guy who works in finance. And my dad, would continue to see him, and I think actually wrote a letter trying, for to the court or whatever, trying to while being conflicted because this guy worked at him. My dad was smart enough to realize, well, if he worked at my company before, he probably didn't just start doing this, right? So Mickey Wiles, I think, cleaned up. He was doing some drinking and some drugs, I think. So now let's just say Mickey Wiles today wants to get back into finance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if somebody's trying to hire him, that should be part of their Google search, that should be seen?
I think high level financial crimes. I don't draw a clear distinction between like violent and then financial. So yeah, I think if he's applying to be like the CFO for an organization,
my point is you say Madoff would have, this guy would have a reason for that to be eliminated from a Google search.
That information could also be gleaned by calling references.
Well, of course, but you could also,
which would be basic due diligence. So you should be able to find it through due diligence. What I'm saying is, if the Boston Globe wants to say,
you can also pick and choose your references too.
If the Boston Globe wants to say, we do not want to be the source of information that prevents some guy from getting a job because he did something minor.
Between petty non-violent crimes and just petty crimes.
But yeah, I mean, there's some ambiguity there. But if the Boston Globe says we don't want to be the reason
he was the CFO
this guy doesn't get the job,
Ben and Jerry's at that point. Holy shit, I didn't realize that.
Say again.
He was the CFO of Ben and Jerry's when this happened. I didn't realize that. Good. Yeah. It's to me.
I guess it's the least of my problems with the Boston Globe.
Well, I'd agree with that, but I don't like I'm telling you, this is my whole argument, wiping histories. And I understand why, like I get it for some young guy who's trying to make a living. I do understand that. But
I mean, if the government was coming in and saying, "Hey, Boston Globe, you must delete X, Y, and Z after a set period of years," that is when it becomes a different issue. But if the Boston Globe is a private enterprise, they can decide they could get rid of every story that says Kirk Minihane's name on it. They can get rid of every story that Kevin Cullen ever wrote if they wanted to. They control what's in their online archive.
True. Yes. Well,
yeah, I kind of agree with what Steve's saying. I just think there should be more of a restriction. It should be literally stealing, petty theft or something like that, not any non-violent crime.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Well, you guys are with McGrory. That's good. It's always a good fight to have. All right, so we'll get into that tomorrow because the rest of the stuff in there is even crazier. So we'll do some of that. We'll react to. We'll see if there's any reaction to our thing, and we'll talk to you then. We'll see you tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.